streaming. Buzzet, what's going on? Hey again, how's life? My man, this is I've just had an astonishing revelation that I would like to share with you guys while I'm playing Tetris. I'm going to go into the Discord because I'm hope to be able to talk to somebody about this. This shit literally just I had a relaxed okay day and then out of nowhere my entire day just turned to shit. And that's because I was listening to Sonata TV. One second, I gotta copy the stream link. Vantage. Who in here in this YouTube chat identifies with being African? To say I am, well, I'm not. If you don't identify with being African, please do not leave. I need to talk to you guys the most. All right. We have a couple of people in here. Very well. I'm listening to Sinetta TV. I know about the Umars and the Dr. Claude Andersons and the Brother Polites and all that other stuff. No, I don't mean Africa like that. I know everyone is African genetically. That's obvious. What I'm talking about is who identifies with the culture of being an African. That's what I want to know. Because the topic is about these people specifically. Or other people who are European or whatever. Although you're genetically African no matter what, I need you to stay in the room because I have to ask you something. It's important. Because my astonishing revelation is we're doomed. The way white supremacy has set up the game, the only way we can win is if we unify, which is what the entire game is predicated on, us unifying. But the developers of the game know we won't. Or better yet, know we can't. It just dawned on me, it's too late for me. I can't do anything to help our people. All I can do is continue to do what I'm doing. Like I accidentally stumbled on a side solution, and that side solution is to help set up the infrastructure for tomorrow for our children, because they are literally they're literally our only shot. They're our only future to chance of getting out of the oppression. But this generation is doomed. It cannot. There is no way for us to do it. It's not possible. We have Africans in America who don't even consider themselves Africans, although they're called African Americans. This shit is crazy. It's just crazy. I just listened to some the dumbest shit, and one guy is asking, what's in it for Africans in America to go back to Africa? What's in it for them when they need the motherland to send them support? That level of ignorance it's crazy how that level of ignorance, like they came to the motherland, colonized, enslaved, raped, pillaged, set asunder, fired, death, genocide, which is still going on to this day, to our people back in the homeland. And you are asking, what's in it for us? Why should we go back and help? That's crazy. Like, I don't know any other ethnic group of people that will ever allow another person in their ethnic group to say that without that person literally strung up and hung and killed for treason against their own people. We're the only ones that just let it rock because it's whatever. Even the white supremacists, talk against white supremacy and see what happens to you. I dare you. I triple dare you. Oh, but that's not right, Trav. It's not about what's right. I think what they're doing is that preservation to their national and ethnic interest. Why do we not have pride in our heritage? I don't get it. What did Willie Lynch fucking do? What the fuck did this nigga make? Talk to me, people. You're welcome to join us in the conversation if you want. I'm gonna read what you guys are saying in a second. This match will be over in less than 1 minute, and then I'm gonna read all your comments. I'll take times in between my commentary. So I'll say a commentary, and then I'll finish a match, and then I'll read all the comments. Like, this is not a road to anything stream. This is just me playing while having this conversation. What the hell? Oh, that was a big boy. Oh, but there's one more big boy left. Okay, I got that big boy. Okay, this guy only has 3. Okay, that's not bad. Okay, this guy only has 2 badges. So this, yeah, this shouldn't be nothing. All right. One moment, guys. One moment. One moment. One moment. All right. All right. So the first comment: white supremacy is a touchy subject. I don't know much about white supremacy. White supremacy is an ideology in which the Aryan race or the Caucasian race is the superior human on planet Earth. White supremacy is not a white person thing. White supremacy is even in black people. It's about a person who believes that white people are the superior race. So there are people who are black, there are people who are Asian, there are people who are Arab, there are people who are Spanish, there are people who are indigenous, there are people who are native to whatever land that they are, and they believe in white supremacy. Don't know about we came from Africa, but let's talk. All right. White privilege is also a part of white supremacy. You got to understand, a lot of Africans have a blurry identity because of what happened in history. But I think American Africans are the most confused from what I have observed. DJ Blaze, black people in America aren't Africans or Americans, but their lineage does reside in Africa. That statement right there is exactly my point. That statement right there is exactly my point. All those who are black are descendants of slaves, are the true Hebrews, but the Hebrews come from Africa. DJ Blaze, you're not thinking right now. I always seem to happen either when Triforce or chat, cause the black Israelites be bugging out. Why are you this good? I don't know. I'm not this good. I'm actually just playing whatever. For those who are ever wondering, I'm just going to say this one time so everyone knows. I am not playing Tetris 99 even semi-pro or semi-competitive. I just play it because I just like playing Tetris. I'm playing it casually. Please stop comparing my game to Grandmasters or whatever. This is Triforce casually. Anyone who've seen me play pro, you'll see me play pro in my other versions of Tetris games when I'm serious. I am never serious playing this game. Just want to put that out there. Going back to what I'm reading. Bro, I'm white, but I ain't hurt any colored person just because they're colored. Not all white people are racist, but what do I know? Yeah, we know that. That's obvious. Not all white people are racist. The hell? I never said that. What? Honey, I'm dealing with this right now. I'm just trying to get some shit off my mind. You can join in the conversation though, if you want. I don't talk about this kind of stuff unless it's with another fellow Hebrew who understands their own power, because the majority of the world is ignorant to this type of information. But DJ Blazewave, only 100 years ago, what we now call the Middle East was considered North Africa. As a Hebrew, you would know this. If Hebrews come from Africa, then Hebrews are African. Why do Hebrews think they're not African? If you know Hebrews are African, then why would you say that black people in America are not Africans, they're slaves, but they're Hebrews? That contradicts the statement. That does not make any sense. Should open Discord for some reading the chat. I left it open for people to come in, but so we'll see who comes in. Can you provide evidence for this claim, please? Can you actually explain this without the vague verses from a New Testament? Hagen, the Hebrew Israelites, the original Jews, are all black. If you're talking about the region of the Middle East to the top of Africa, all the way back down to the bottom of Africa, tens of thousands of years ago, before the year of their Lord came and conquered Africa, all the people in that region were blacker than me. Black people were there. Black people built ancient Egypt. We know white people colonized and conquered Egypt, but before they came, we created the civilization. From the Kushites coming all the way down, over the last 200 years, they've been doing a real good job of destroying all monuments, all evidence, going all the way back to Neoport when he was blowing off noses because he don't want people to know that black people made this shit. There's no fuck the New Testament, or if anyone feels so bad about that, but fuck that New Testament shit. That's some white man made shit. Who cares about that? We're talking about historical scientific evidence. If you look at that, those black people are African. Those Africans were taken from all over Africa, mainly West Africa, and brought to America, or the Americas, in which the people over here have been African 20,000 years before Columbus even came here. One only needs to look at the ancient pyramids and the hieroglyphics that matches those that are in throughout all of Africa, and the Olmec statues, which shows you our people's face 20,000-30,000 years ago. It's not that hard. That's why the culture that we have here in Latin America and the Caribbean, when you go to Africa, you're like, yo, why do I feel like I'm still in on the Caribbean or Jamaica? Because the culture we have over here is not ours. It's Africa's. And we brought it with us over here when we were brought here. This makes sense. Now, making me docs no working. Don't take that as an attack. Nothing here is an attack. There are no attacks. We're all talking about it. Off topic. The certain type of Christianity that was used to justify mistreatment of slaves was Roman Catholicism. Thank you, Pig King. For those who do not know, Christianity was hijacked by the Roman Catholic Church under the name of Emperor Constantine, who then changed the original version of Christianity, which was just a way of living righteous, hence why Yahshua said, follow the gospel and my righteous ways. It had nothing to do with church. Christianity is a way of life. The Catholic Church institutionalized Christianity and made it a religion, which is what you people are doing now. So for all you black people who are taking up Christianity, you're taking up the religion of a race that enslaved you. But do what you want. We're in a free world, so I'm not trying to tell you what to do. Just letting you know. Well, go on, Demetrius. The problem is so indifferent. Most African Americans are too busy chasing after the American dream to care about African affairs. True indeed, Sean. True indeed. DJ says, I can tell you this much in text. There is no Old or New Testament. The Old only applies to the Israelites, black people, and it's still going on today. And the New stems from the Old. Pig King, true Christianity is against mistreatment of all races, as we are all children of God. True indeed. That is what Yahshua was preaching, Pig King. He was preaching the righteous way. And trying to find. Plus, people think only white people can be racist. Only white people can be racist. In order to be racist, you need power. He who has the power is the only one that can be racist. Everyone else can be bigots. What's the word for this? Everyone else can discriminate, and everyone else can be prejudiced. The only ones that can be racist is the ones that's in power. That's it. That's not a strike against white people. That's just the reality of the world. America, which represents white people, can go around to every country in the world and oppress it, even the other superpowers. The only difference is they don't oppress the other superpowers with guns because they know that it will end the world. So they financially do it through sanctions. So that's how that works. Racial supremacy in any form is just weird. Like, you're all going to die unless one ethnic group is immortal. What are you screaming about? True indeed, Anna. Okay, all mankind comes from Africa. Genetically. DJ, if you want more information on that, just look up the laws of Deuteronomy and Leviticus and think about which types of people it fit. True indeed, DJ Blaze, but that's manufactured, just to let you know. African people don't support each other, complain about not having support on infrastructure, rinse and repeat. The day I can get black people to click on my videos without anime titties, then talk. Jagan, get the fuck in the Discord so we can have this conversation. Stop typing in the YouTube unless you're at work or school. But it's Sunday. UBS the Kid Gaming, but why does it have to be like that? You can be serious and play Tetris 99. What's wrong with that? Why can't I just not be serious and play Tetris? The same question you ask is the same thing that applies. Why can't I just I retired for a reason. I'm in the Hall of Fame for a reason. Because I just want to play video games without having to prove I am God. So I don't want to compete. So the skills that you see, just say, Triforce, you're great, and that's it. And I don't want to, are you better than this guy? No, I don't care. I just don't. DJ, Empire Cater, no, I'm not high, trolling, or anything. I'm very serious about what I'm saying. I do expect the majority of the people in the world to understand that. Yes, DJ Blaze, but I'm saying that, like, what you're saying contradicts yourselves between the Hebrews and Africans. Hebrews are Africans. Hagen says, my man, the new has been proven to be altered, so it cannot be trusted. The old also has differences. I have looked up the references about the slaves, etc. Not clear enough. Exotic Prodigy Gamer. Hi guys, what's up? You came in on the wrong stream, Exotic. What it do in the chat, Triforce? Talking about real shit. Let's see how I. Okay. Also, tell me what you can determine if determine someone is a Hebrew. 12 tribes. How do you determine someone when you cannot even chase their lineage that far back? Triforce, people are confusing skin with ethnicity. Skin color does not automatically denote ethnicity. There are Africans with white skin due to albinism. There are Europeans who are dark and Asian. Yes, but they're all African. We actually already adjusted that, Anna, when we said everyone is genetically African. We're talking about the ethnic groups of African. Triforce, you do realize Israelites and Africans were different, right? Still black, but Israelites were not African. Africans were responsible for selling out the tribe of Judah. No, that's the problem, DJ. You're looking at Africans as a nationality. Africa is a continent. It's not a country. Africans are a set group of ethnic people. And within that ethnic group of people, there are thousands of other tribes and ethnicities. Africa is not a nationality. Europeans is not a nationality. People from Spain, Spaniards is, well, oh, I think you would call them Spaniards. Yes, that's a nationality. What's the word for these people here? Italians, that's a nationality. But although they're Italians, they're still Caucasians. See how that works? They're still Europeans. They're Caucasians from the European region. Africans are black people from the African region. It's not a nationality. Why do y'all always do that? Africa is not a country. It's just like people go, they're Americans. Everyone on the West is Americans because it's the Americas, not because of the United States. Canadians. You're not Canadian. You're American. Because this is the Americas. But the powers that be have done a great job at separating people from nationalities, which is why we can never unite. I just want you to substantiate your claim. I just want to claim. I want claims to be backed up. I'm all about learning. Hagen. Africa used to be where the whole continent, Verdi, Madagascar, I forgot the name of the island right under South Africa, and all of the Middle East. Ever since the late 1800s, whatever, Africa has been divided. The man-made peninsula right there in Israel between North Egypt and Israel, which has divided, and now Israel claims they're no longer part of Africa. Whatever. But these people.
Of course, the island under South Africa. Do you mean Prince Edward or the Go Islands?
I forgot the name of it. I actually have to look it up. But any island underneath South Africa that's a part of Africa. But the thing here is We separate ourselves by these nationalities so that we don't claim ourselves to be what we are. They took people from Africa, enslaved them, put them on a ship, brought them to America, breeded them. The people that come out after them, they go, they're not African. But aren't they the children of Africans? Yes, but they're not African. Why? Because they were born in a different location. What the fuck? So, let me get this straight. I'll put it to you in a simple fact. If I go to Mars with Sash and I have a baby on Mars, is it human or Martian? That's the level of freaking ignorance humans are using against each other. That's how stupid they are. Because the human child was born on Mars. Well, because you're on Mars, you're not human. You're Martian.
Well, that's comparing species. That's a whole other bracket of...
No, because it's called Martian because the location is Mars.
But you're not Martian. You're a person.
You're a human. You're a human
of resident Earth.
You know, you're not a descendant. You're a human born on Mars. Mars would be, well, since Mars is a planet and not a nation, Mars would be your, well, okay, nation. So what is Earth? That's a planet. Whatever there is, wow. I guess you're the only, until they make up a word for it, Mars would just be a nation for, as far as we're concerned. Your nationality is Martian, but your race is human, and then your ethnic group is whichever region you came from on Earth. It doesn't change you into a Martian. Updating. Now you're putting words in my mouth. What? When did I ever say that? All I said is that they are separated. Israelites are from that land, but they are not African. But they are African. That's what. I'm not putting words in your mouth. I'm disagreeing with you. Israelites are African. Israel was Africa. They separated in the last 1947. What is this? Okay, so let's just say 50. So that's 50, 20, 73. 73 years ago. 72, 73 years ago. This is why I hate texting. I joined a voice chat, but I can't see any room. Wait. What? DJ Blaze, are you in our Discord? And Hagen, what is your Discord name? Let me see if I can find Hagen here. I see him.
Someone said that if
Hagen, come into the
Mars, you'd still be an Earthling.
Come into the stream room 18. There you go. And then DJ, let me see if DJ exists here. DJ, are you in our Discord?
I don't think
Oh
so.
crap! I gotta. No, sir. Okay. Hagen should be able to talk. Hagen, you should be able to talk.
Yo, man.
Oh, there you go. No, Vantage, we're not in nobility chat. We're in stream 18. Actually, you know something? Everybody just go in the public room. Just go into the public room. We're in the public room. This way everyone should have access to come in. Most of those people don't know this. Ginger Snap, I'm not Earthling. Alright, B. Where's the evidence of black people being the first on... The evidence of black people being the first on Earth is the melanation in our genes, which is the dominant gene. So scientifically, if it's the dominant gene, we were here first. The recessive cannot be the first gene here, because if it's recessive, it would die out and the species would be wiped out. So, yeah, talk to science about that.
Recessive wouldn't wipe out. It's kind of like the redhead gene, which is technically a mutation of, I think it's the like M1RC or something like that.
Okay, then
without it ever being
let's take it.
relevant.
Let's take it in a different logical perspective. A recessive gene cannot give birth to a dominant gene. That's why it doesn't. There's no two white people that had sex and a black child came out. Not possible. But two black people have had children, and every other genetic coding of man has come out of it, or humanity. Let me stop saying man. So the point is that the dominant gene has to have it, not theoretically, logically speaking, the dominant gene had to have been here first. I'm not saying the recessive gene was never here. That's impossible because there are white people here. So the recessive gene was here, but the recessive has to come out of the dominant. A dominant cannot come out of a recessive. A recessive gene cannot breed a dominant gene. It's recessive. That's like a negative creating a plus. A negative cannot create a plus. A plus can be negated, but a negative cannot create a plus. I'm just trying to be logical here. I thought black people became black was because of the sun. Now, Pig King, you've hit something. Now watch this, Pig King. In order for black people to turn black because of the sun, they need melanation in their skin. Because if you're white, you cannot go out in the sun as long as we can. Why? Because the sun will blister you to death unless you put on sunscreen and all this other shit to protect you from that, and be careful because there's cancer and all that type of shit. But normally, white people cannot go out in the sun. We can just go out in the sun. It's okay. That's why we have the dominant gene. And when I mean the dominant gene, I don't mean we are superior to white people. I'm talking about we have a gene that protects us from the sun. It's called the dominant gene. That's the name. That's the phrase they named it. Let's just call it dominant gene. Melanin is the dominant gene because there are more melanated people on planet Earth. There's only one race, and that's the human race. And there are more melanated people on planet Earth than there are white recessive gene people, which are Caucasian people. Now, does that make them any inferior to us? No, because there's no black man alive that can outswim Michael Phelps. Period. So what is it? Because Michael Phelps has some? No, it's because Michael Phelps still has blood in his body, still has a heart, still has a brain, a liver, or whatever the case, and he uses it to the maximum of his potential, and he does what he does. Travis, didn't you say you were gonna ask Europeans a question? I am asking them. That's what we're talking about. Pig is answering. Two negatives make a plus M8. Really? Two negatives make a plus? Is that so?
I mean, mathematically speaking, they would, but that's about it.
Yo, so how would you explain
Hold on, let me turn you guys up. Don't say nothing. Let me turn everybody up. Because I don't know why you guys are low. I'm going to put you at... Whoa. Hold on, Anna, let me turn you just up a little bit more. And Ultra Instinct, what... Well, he's muted. Okay, go on. Ask your question, please.
So how would you, like, explain the Caucasian? Or how did he come about?
Easily. That's called albinos. Two black people have a child, recessive gene, melanin doesn't kick in, skin becomes white. Those albino people move into different regions of the world due to diet and the regions less sun. They don't eat herbs anymore, so they don't eat like foods grown from the ground. They change their shit to diet. This is called the mutation effect. They genetically change over time. Tens of thousands of years? Yes. You go into the Alps or the mountains, the air is thinner there. So I can see our nose closing up from being broad nose in Africa, where you're out in the wide open and there's more air. The tropical area has moisture in it, etc., etc. People, albinos that grow in the mountains, well, it's colder there, so their hair isn't coarse anymore. Their hair literally has to change to fit the climate that they're in. So you guys get, white people get more like longer hair to cover their body. It just scientifically makes sense. They're all human. They're all Africans. They just change the region that they're in. And when you change the region that you're in and you change the diet that you have, you genetically change over time. That's just scientific fact. That's why... Go on.
I mean, bro, I don't know if it's fact, yeah? Let's be honest. I don't know if it's fact. It seems plausible, and I'll give you that.
But why don't you think it's fact? Do you think that blacks and whites are two different species of human beings? Because
no.
Then you're all the same, right?
I mean, people say the argument is there, but that's a whole nother thing. What I was gonna say about the albinos, but when doesn't an albino lack the melanin? So you just completely lack pigment.
Yes, that's the point. Have you ever seen a true Aryan white person?
Yes, they have pigment.
Yes, they have a little bit more than
they're not white. They're pink, bro.
Well, if we're going to get into the colorism, you are right about that. But the point I'm making is that just because albinos has freckles on them, right? Or spots on them, right? They're of all of the white people on the planet, they have the true least amount of melanation, but it doesn't mean that they don't have melanin in them, because they do. Albinos may be white. Albinos are not blank. There is no human being on the planet that is absolute blank. It's not possible. It is literally, I've seen albinos. We have them down here in Jamaica. They're normal. And when you look at them, they're pale and stuff, but you can see specks of pink and brown, or one or two of I've seen half albino. I've seen a guy, remember that woman in Kingston, honey? The guy, the one with the short man with the hat, and like half his face is black and the other is albino. And that's not like fire, 3rd degree fire burnt his skin. He's half and half. Half of the skin in his body is albino and the other half is black. And you can see the splotches all over. There are people who are born like that. Like there are now models that's doing it like that. The new partially albino models who have that. They have splotches.
It's a condition.
Isn't it? Oh, it's vitiligo, isn't it? Isn't it? It's vitiligo. Okay, there we go. There we go. I knew there was a condition for it, but it just goes to show you. But two white people cannot create a vitiligo person. Two white people cannot have a baby and you see portions of melanin being brought onto them. Half of them is black, half of them is white. It doesn't work that way. Genetically, the coding doesn't work that way. But from a genetically dominant, it can fail and go down. It can fail and go down, but it cannot add and go up.
So vitiligo, anyone can have vitiligo, whether you're white, black, etc., because it's literally just a loss of pigment. It's kind of like albinism, but
I get it. You're right.
It's like progressive.
But what I'm trying to say, when a white person has vitiligo, let's say an average white person comes into the world, right? Into this modern world, they're pink. When they get vitiligo, they become pink and albino. They don't become brown and albino. They become pink and albino. You can literally see the two different shades of quote-unquote white on them. It's literally split.
Yeah.
But black people can literally go from black as midnight to on the brink of blank. And that's because of the dominant gene either remaining dominant or failing. One of the two. So since we are all one species, which is human, we are all one race, then we are all African. Because according to current science and religion, if you believe in that, the origin of humanity comes out of Africa, the cradle of civilization, aka Ethiopia, aka the Garden of Eden.
Yeah, but what would you mean religion?
Because religion created the Garden of Eden. So I'm just giving everyone their fair share. So if you don't believe in religion, then they said it comes out of Ethiopia, which is the region it is. If you believe in religion and you're not really into science, then it's the Garden of Eden, which is also Ethiopia, and it's the same damn thing. I'm just putting it out there for both sides to understand, because religious people will not understand science, and scientific people don't understand religion. So I'm trying to speak so both sides can understand. So we are all black then, but not African. No. Africa is a location.
No.
And why people are not getting this? This is crazy, guys.
Listen,
Africa.
Black is not a nationality. It's not an ethnicity. It is a skin tone.
I don't understand. I don't know why. That's why I say I hate calling Africans black people. Stop calling us black. There are no such thing as white people either. There are no whites. There are no yellow. There are no red. There are no black. Those are colors. Actually, two of them are colors and the others are shades. There are no white people. That's it. There are no such thing. There are no such thing as black people. They're just genetically, as a human species, we are all African.
I think this is upsetting for people because, like, for some reason, the idea that we all come from one place somehow messes with their personal understanding of their own identity.
Exactly. That's like, exactly what it is.
Like, guys, you are still whatever you profess to be, but everybody that came before you migrated or was taken from this singular location. Like, I'm Puerto Rican and Irish. I'm always going to be Puerto Rican and Irish, but I still have family that lives in Senegal because that's where they came from.
Think of it like this now. Let me show you the ignorance in this. Let me simplify it for you guys in the stream. Your mother is from wherever your mother's from on Earth. They terraform Mars. They set up the first colony on Mars. You are pregnant. Your mother's pregnant. She has you pregnant with her on a ship that can hyper jump to Mars and whatever. You are born on Mars. Are you Earthling or Martian?
I mean, if we're assuming that there can be no native population to Mars, as in nothing has ever existed there or currently doesn't, then I would suggest that you're Martian. If Mars already has its own current populace, then I would say you are a Mars-born Earthling.
That doesn't make any sense. Why would you, unless you have sex with a Martian, you'd be partially Martian on top of that. You'll still be half Earthling. You'd be a space smut at best, but you wouldn't be Martian alone.
So okay, wait. Is it two Earthling parents going to Mars to have
two Earthling parents go to Mars? The mother is pregnant on the way to Mars. 3 days after she lands on Mars, she gives birth. Is the child an Earthling or a Martian?
I mean, I'm gonna stick to my original thing. Like, if Mars isn't colonized, then you can say, oh, it's technically Martian because that's like.
So listen to what Soba says.
There's not a word to describe being born on one planet versus, like, there's not a category for that. So it's really hard to.
So, bro, say that again. Say the initial thing you said again.
Two parents. Yeah. You and your wife.
Mm-hmm.
You impregnate your wife. You go to Mars. She was impregnant. Your wife was impregnant. No, forget it. I'm gonna even make it better. You go to Mars. You impregnate your wife on Mars. Forget impregnating your wife on Earth. You impregnate your wife on Mars. 9 months pass. Your baby comes out on Martian soil. Is your baby an Earthling or a Martian?
An Earthling.
Why? An Earthling. Because Earthlings are conditionally native to Earth.
Nah, bro,
they cannot naturally live on Mars unless you were to terraform Mars or provide some other kind of.
That's scientific stuff. That got nothing to do with anything.
Yeah, that's going deep. Like you did the business enough, and that's all that matters.
So now two Earthlings did the business and had a child on Mars. So now here's my question: why does this child remain an Earthling, but I have sex with a woman, and I'm African. I get taken on a slave ship, brought to America. I have sex with another African woman. She bears my child. The child comes out, and the child is no longer African. Explain this logic. This is the bullshit we're being fed.
But it is.
No, it isn't. Sober just said it. Man made a law that said if you're 3 generations born in a place, then you're that nationality. Man made the rule. It is not scientific. scientific. It is a rule man-made. And rules change when people conquer different areas. For instance, the Middle East is no longer considered North Africa. It is the Middle East. Why? Because someone conquered it and said so. But what was it before it? It was Africa. It was considered North Africa or North Abakulan.
Oh, okay. But okay, define North Africa? How would you define North Africa?
North Africa is considered north of the African continent.
No, as in the people who inhabit those top countries.
Okay. Before it was invaded by other tribes that left and came back to Africa, because this is the whole stupidity about it. You have to keep in mind, if we're going with the whole thing that Africans, everyone on planet Earth is Africans, and the albinos left, or not even just the albinos, black people, 20,000 years ago, left Africa, migrated to different regions of the world, right? And in the different regions of the world, they genetically change. And they come back to Africa, and then they have sex with the people in Africa. Then they're going to produce, the human genome will mutate and produce a different type of human being because of that. That's the people go, Chinese people are indigenous because they have the chinky eyes, right? That's not true. Africans are born with chinky eyes all the time. This is kind of, I wonder if you guys know that there are black Africans, two black as midnight crust Africans having sex and their children come out with blue eyes. Are you aware of that?
Yeah, that happens,
like one in every, I don't know how many thousand. Yeah,
so now or blonde hair. So now here's my question: can two white people have a baby that come out with a broad nose and coarse hair? Can it be reversed? Can two white people produce what we now see as the typical African? No, but we can produce black people or African people can produce other races. So I'm looking at it like this. Let's take a look at this, logically speaking. Black people.
Well,
wait, time out.
There actually was a black woman who was born with white parents. Her name was Sandra Lane.
Wait, what was her facial features like?
I'd have to find a picture of her. Hold on.
Yeah, because as soon as that's shown, then...
I think she was born in like 1955.
No, sir, that's a lie. I'm guaranteeing you that's a lie. I'm gonna tell you why that's a lie. Because there's no scientific evidence that shows that in today's time ever. What happened is the mother fucked a black guy, and they had a child, and she lied to the husband. That is more plausible to believe than what you just told me, because there's no scientific evidence to show. No scientific evidence to show. If you look at today, one case.
Well, I don't think that's something that anyone has ever really studied. Like, I don't think anyone has ever really studied the semantics of.
But all one has to do is look at just look at the world today. In all of world history, in the last 10 years, do you know of two white couples that just black child? No. You did it. Why you think slave masters, Daddy, John? Yeah, I'm pregnant. You are? Okay. We didn't really have sex until like last month. When did you become pregnant? Well, just 2 weeks ago. What you been doing? I haven't been doing nothing. I swear to God, it's you. Time to have that baby. Oh man, listen. When that baby comes out black, all of the slaves in the barnyard are dead, and the wife probably died too. Best believe that. Because if you think the white man's going to sit here and say, we had a black child, me and you, then something's wrong with you, logically. Because that's not happening. That's not. Black people, two black people are not going to have a white child with long hair. The man is going to say, which white man did you fuck? That child better come out albino. That child cannot come out white with long hair. They're going to be like, what?
I would say yes to that definitely, like back in the day when genetic lines were less blurred, but nowadays with how like mixed and matched everything has gotten, I can't they call it genetic throwback, and it's not unheard of. I would not discount genetic throwback as you had an ancestor somewhere recently or maybe further up the line that carried a dominant gene until the right factors resulted in the right mix.
But Anna, they did a study in Africa where they did the coding, the DNA coding of every single human, different ethnic groups all over the world. The people in Africa has every strand of DNA in them. Everywhere else, we don't have. All the other people, even me. Well, I don't know. I would have to check. But not all of us have the coding. But there's one thing we all have in us. There's a specific genetic coding that states that we're from Africa. And everyone has it on planet Earth. White people, Spanish people, Native Americans, everyone. It's like 1%. Where did that 1% come from?
Bro, you got a point. You got to point me a source for this, yeah.
I'll find it. I was looking at it where they was talking about like Africa has every genetic code there is on planet Earth because that's where everyone comes from. That's the whole argument with the whole quote theory that civilization started in Africa because
like,
it has all the genetic coding. No, obviously you're gonna want to look. You want me to source that for you, but we're just having a conversation.
Yeah. Because I've heard of like the E1B1, that's located in basically all of sub-Saharan Africa. That's like the main.
Which is the DNA strand every human being on planet Earth has. But when scientists say where is the largest concentrated form of that B whatever DNA, sub-Saharan Africa. See my point?
Bro, as I said, I'm open, and I'll check the sources and all of that. And another question I have though, since you are going on about science backs it, so what was before that then? So the origins start from
before
Nile Valley.
Before that, there was a different type of human beings. Because we're Homo erectus. No, we're Homo sapien, right?
Homo sapiens.
So there's
no singular form of Homo sapiens. It always has an S. It's just Homo sapiens.
Okay, so all right.
I'm a Homo sapiens. You're Homo sapiens.
But there was a different type of human before this breed of human, or this.
And before that.
Who knows? That's
no, bro. Like, so are you more inclined to say before us it was a common ancestor, like an ape?
It's possible. I wouldn't know because I can't. That now requires absolute science. Someone has to go pull out a microscope and go figure that out. That I can't say for sure. And I won't say for sure. I wouldn't be as arrogant to say that. We definitely came from somewhere. I would like to think that human beings aren't just something God just decided to just make up off of a fly. But hey, how did the cows get here? How did the lions get here? How did the insects get here? How did everything get here? How did all of these different things get here? So they had to have been put here. Life forms. Like, I don't think the Big Bang Theory is wrong. But at the same time, I don't think science, not religion, spirituality is wrong either. When I was just having this conversation with someone was like, "Yo, science dictates that the Big Bang created all life. It's not God." Well, then I would counter that by saying, then who created the molecules for the Big Bang? Either way, it's God. Whether or not God may be directly responsible for the creation of us outright, that's up for debate and argument. But the creation of the universe clearly is an entity beyond science, and that's what we know as God. That's how I see it anyway. Sometimes when you simplify shit, it's easier to understand. I think the problem with humanity is they don't ever want to simplify anything. They need a concrete, hardcore, scientific answer. And if they can't get it, then it doesn't exist. Which is kind of stupid, because that's how you could just trick everyone, because you can't come up with the absolute concrete. Like, for instance, the world, I didn't need science to tell me that the world is round. I look up in the sky and I see the sun and the moon and it's round. So I'm just going to use common sense to say, oh, then the planet's got to be round too. But you have people who literally want to sit here and say, no, scientifically I can prove that the world is round. But is it necessary? No, it really isn't.
Sometimes it is. Sometimes it is.
Sometimes that necessity overcomplicates things and makes things more than what it is. If you look at our discussion that we're having, nowhere am I using my opinion. I'm actually just using.
Whoa, buddy.
I listen to what I'm saying. You didn't even hear what I'm saying. I'm using common sense. Everything I'm saying to you, I'm asking a question. I'm asking a question that makes you come to the conclusion that it may be plausible.
Yeah, it is plausible.
Which is that's my entire point. It's plausible. And if it's plausible, then why can't we just go with what's plausible until science tells us otherwise? Why do we fight and argue and go to war and kill and pillage and rape? You niggers are subhuman because our pseudoscience says your brain is smaller. So because your brain is smaller, it gets less oxygen and blah, blah, blah. And then now we're in a fight to literally open up a black person's head to find out whether or not because the brain doesn't get as much oxygen because it's small enough. All of the type of fucking stupid shit. Shit like
if
we're
the brain
not.
was smaller, wouldn't that be more beneficial towards?
You're falling into the trap. You're falling into the trap. That is exactly what they want, Anna. They want you to argue that foolishness. That's why Nazi Germany.
No, I know that that's stupid. Like, it's so stupid as a whole. But if they're like, oh, the brain's smaller, therefore it gets less oxygen. But like, if you think in the terms of the way that oxygen is carried, less mass means less space or less area that blood has to travel in a less amount of time.
Why are you talking?
Which is why Michael Phelps can stay in water longer, because he's white.
Nah, none of that, bro. None of that.
You're looking at that statement as a racist statement. I said that in a scientific state.
No, bro. Listen, trust me. I'm not like that.
Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. Anna is saying, if the white people, right? White people. Oh, hold on for a second. White people have certain traits about them that makes them better in certain areas. White people may not need as much oxygen as black people. Black people may need more oxygen than us, which one can argue is why white people's nose are thinner than our nose. Our nose are broader, right? That's why white people can go into high regions and altitude and can survive longer than black people, because they need less oxygen. Notice I'm saying might. This is all mights. I'm not saying these things are facts. But if you look at the situation, look at our region, look at our diet, look at how we live, and you can tell why certain people are certain people. You could just tell me, like, oh, that makes sense.
Trevor, I just want to point out that you added everybody saying real talk topic, stream room 18+, yet you're in public, you see.
No, I came into the public because people had problems getting in here.
Okay.
Black people have a higher bone density than white people. We have higher chances at sinking in water. See? That is a plausible reason. That's plausible.
Also muscle is heavier.
Exactly.
And therefore it sinks as well.
Your buoyancy isn't a chance. It's not like your body decides on it.
We said it's plausible. We didn't say it's fact.
No, it's not plausible.
Holy fucking smokes.
It's not that specifically is not plausible.
Bro, it's
because
plausible.
your bone density can't be dense enough to where you're all of a sudden just not buoyant in water. And anybody who says they can't swim and they drown in water, it's not because they're magically more dense in the water. It's just because they're a fucking retard and they're flailing in the water.
We're not saying they're more dense in the water. We're saying it makes it
Box, let me read the comment that Box said, so we don't take his words out of context. Black people have a higher bone density than white. We have a higher chance at sinking in water. Hence, plausible. He's talking about chance.
But it's not a chance thing. It's not like a random variable that determines.
Bro, have you written a journal on this? And has it been peer reviewed?
No.
How are you so sure?
You don't need to write a journal or peer review to understand how.
Then how are you so sure? That's science, bro.
Oh my fucking god!
I'm saying you're arguing.
Everything in your body
You're arguing.
affects its performance in every aspect of life. Okay, if you take this is actually really interesting. If you try to join the Coast Guard, they recommend you not be one of these hugely beefy, muscular people. Why? Because muscle is heavier than fat, and you will sink, and you are more likely to get a cramp. And if you get a cramp while you're swimming, you're going to sink and drown. So, people in the Coast Guard are usually at
cramp
the
doesn't
optimal.
make you sink. A cramp makes you.
Sahil, if you get a cramp in your leg, the thing that you need to use to swim, okay? Because if you're in the Coast Guard, your arms. You can't use your arms to help you swim. Your arms
you
need
need leg to help. You need
water.
your leg to help you propel you.
So
to
if
water.
you get a leg cramp,
you don't need your leg to keep you buoyant. You don't need your leg to keep afloat. Your leg cramping doesn't.
What the fuck are you talking? To tread water, you need your legs, you stupid mother. What? What are you talking about?
But remain in place, but not tread water like your leg can.
If you don't tread water, you will sink and drown.
No, you won't.
Sahil,
Whoa.
in the Coast Guard,
Holy
they are carrying another human being. You need to tread water with your legs to stay above water level when you are carrying another human being.
Yeah, but that's not what I'm talking about. You said if you cramp your leg, you will sink. That is false.
You're likely to. It's gonna be hard.
It's gonna be hard to swim. Yes, it will be hard to propel yourself. Yes, maybe even impossible depending on how bad the cramp is. But the cramp, out of sheer virtue of being a cramp, doesn't sink.
Sayo, you just want to argue. Just keep it real. Just keep it real. No, you saw us in here and you rubbed your hands and said, "Yes, I get to come in the room and argue." Just keep the shit at 100 with us, B.
People who have a greater muscle mass are less buoyant, and that is a fact. If any of that muscle cramps for any reason, you lose part of your ability to retain buoyancy, because as a more muscular person, you have to tread water to an extent to remain buoyant. That's literally how it works. Any part of your body that is heavier for any reason takes away from your ability to remain buoyant.
Your actual mass, no, I'll have to double check this, but I'm like 99% sure. Your mass isn't related to your buoyancy, it's your density. And even if you're a fat tub of lard, right? Yeah, you have a larger like mass and you take up more volume, but the actual density of your bodily inside does not change.
Okay, so if you're someone who's like 500 pounds, you're going to sink. Fat versus muscle because of the density, okay? If you're someone who's 280 pounds, but you're pure muscle, you also have a high density, and you're more likely to sink.
You can literally just lay back in the water, and you're not going to sink.
You watch way too much movies, B.
Bro,
you watch way too much movies. You watch way too.
When was the last time you went to swimming pool? Bro?
Oh man, Yo,
you going to the beach lately?
Like,
not in the last year, but yeah.
My man saw Dragon Ball Z when Trunks hit Vegeta and knocked him into the water and saw Vegeta on his back and said, "That's how you stay afloat." That's literally what you're saying. That's literally yes, that's what you're saying, B. Because if that was the case, if you just lie on your back and you will not sink, then everyone can stay afloat. Everyone would do it. But that is not what happens. You don't just lie on your back and you don't sink. If you lie on your back and do nothing, you will sink.
Well, it also depends on the currents. It also depends on the waves. But I'm just talking about in the still water, I guess.
Oh man.
Okay, so I can go into my pool and lay on my back, and if I keep myself relatively straight to the top of the water, I will float.
That's what Sahil's saying.
Don't do that. If I completely relax my body, my abdomen will sink down. Okay.
Anna, listen. Anna, go into a pool. Try this. Anna, go into a pool. Try this exact same thing that Sahil says, and no matter what the situation is, sit there and drown. If you drown and die, I will sue Sahil and put him in prison.
And if you drown, I guess the body density is just higher than mine. I don't know what to say.
I think you went to the Dead Sea, bro. That must have been where you were swimming.
I think Bill is really just like an 80-pound anorexic male, and that's why.
No, I'm 150.
You're 150?
Okay, he's a very small boy.
Oh shit! Oh man, the insiders, the fields is crazy.
I mean the fields. What the fuck does that even mean?
Because the inside insults be just the shit is crazy. Be they just hidden in there, like secretly. Be these shits are masterfully woven, masterfully, man. This shit is crazy. But alright, getting back to the topic, because we digressed.
Alright.
We digressed off the topic because I wanted to talk about how the African race is doomed because of the coon. That's literally why I'm having this stream.
That's a fucking sentence for you.
We are actually doomed because I 100% agree with Jagan. We will never support ourselves. The system that's created against us, there's only one way to beat that system, and that is through unity. But the people who designed this system for us to be in know we'll never unify. They knew this. The sheer level of genius to have to be able to see this. Like, I literally have to praise these guys. Like, this is some ingenious shit. Like, you gambled that we wasn't gonna unify. They gambled, and they gambled good. The gamble was they gambled right. We are never going to unify.
Bro, they took steps to like make sure that shit.
Social engineering is their level of social engineering is on a level that is this shit is like it never dawned on me until I was watching Sanetta TV when I was listening to this guy saying, what's in it for us if we go back to Africa? What is Africa gonna do for black people over here? We're not African. I was like, we're doomed. I was like, we're doomed. It is too late for me. I already know I'm doomed. The only thing I can do is build. All I can do is build an infrastructure so that the next generation is not. We have to breed children and breed them out of poverty. We cannot breed the next generation in poverty. If they're bred in poverty, they will grow up to be these niggers. And I'm calling them the racist version. These are straight niggers. Literally, to sit there and the mainland, the motherland, where we came from has been pillaged and plundered, and you have the audacity to ask back home that has been raped, pillaged, and plundered, and still being colonized to this day. Where's the help? That is some straight
but
coonery.
who said that though? Who said that?
Some nigga called Minister Jap. That's his name, Minister Jap.
Bro, you see on Sunnet TV, Black News 102. There's a whole load of shit, bro.
Oh, I know. I watch it, and the guy, the other guy that was arguing with him, he's telling Sanetta, listen, you got to stop giving these niggas this platform. You're turning your people off, and he's right. This shit just makes me like, why is Sanetta feeding us this shit? We don't need to hear this fucking coonery. This shit is piss. I was listening to it, and I don't cry for shit, but I actually almost fell into tears because I'm like, we're doomed. Like Willie Lynch, he was successful. He was literally successful. He accomplished the mission. He literally accomplished. He got all of us to turn against our heritage. He literally got it to work. Did they not forget that they told Toby, don't use that name, boy? You ain't never going to use that name. Your name is not Toby. No, your name. No, I'm sorry. Your name is not Kunta. Your name is Toby, boy. And got him to forget his name. And I'm listening to the modern day coons literally throw away their names.
Bro, I don't even know if they show Roots at school anymore, man.
Well, you watch the original Roots. Don't watch the new Roots. The new Roots has changed the narrative. Now it's not. We weren't put into slavery. We weren't taken into slavery. We were sold into slavery by our own kings and queens. That's the new narrative.
Yeah. I know.
I was like, wow. I said, wow. I said, that's it now? That's the new story now? That's the new Roots? Craziness.
But there was like some of that going on, but man, that is like it's so minuscule compared to what happened.
Now
selling Africans.
I want to ask our Euro-African brothers out there. That means white people. My Euro-African brothers, right?
Yes.
You coon! You fucking coon! Silent, you're the worst, me. You are the worst. Anyway, oh my god, I'm stripping this shit for this is gonna be a highlight, B. This has to be a highlight. But seriously speaking, right? Sorry, honey. What's a oh, that's bun and cheese. Just take. I don't want the cheese. Yeah, the bun. Thank you. My Euro-African brothers, be honest, and I need y'all to really be honest. Do not sugarcoat it with me. Don't sugarcoat it with me. How fucked are we as Africans? Keep it straight.
I can't answer this question because I'm not a brother, so.
Well, okay. I'm sorry. My Euro-African brothers and sisters, because I would like to hear from a woman's point of view. How fucked are we?
I think if you don't, and not you, like as in you specifically, but just in general, I think if the people in the African region of the world don't get their shit together and start standing up for themselves more aggressively, you're not gonna be around for a long time. Like the other.
So what M Gamer and Robin
continue to eat you for lunch.
So what M Gamer and Robin's pretty much said is that we're just fucked. We're fucked. We're very fucked. That's it. We're just fucked.
Yeah.
There's no way to win. Okay.
Like
all right.
Either the decent people in those countries somehow get into power, which we all know is extremely.
Can't saying there's an extremely small chance, but that they can turn around, but 99% are fucked.
All right. Okay.
Like either the decent people in all these other countries that are holding you down, like get into power and help you guys out, or yeah, that's kind of it, honestly.
So no, they I gotta give them props. They did their thing. White supremacy did their thing. I gotta give them props.
No, but sooner or later, man, this whole thing of the West taking minerals at its rate, sooner or later, I'm sure there's gonna be a couple leaders that are just gonna be like, all right, time to stop. And
there won't be enough.
No, it's not that there won't be enough. There's enough people, Anna. But the problem here is this, because I know what you're saying is 100% true. The problem is it won't matter because numbers cannot beat technology. That's why I said when Africa first stopped the full colonization of the continent, right? That was a time for us to rise. It was a big time for us to rise. I don't know what's necessarily going on in Africa directly as of this moment right now. For all we know, there's a secret society of Zulu warriors who've all advanced in world science and whatever that we do not know, and they're all working right now to slowly have Africa re-rise, etc., back to the top. And when the time comes, they will be ready for war, or a secret black militia or African militia in America, when if they ever dare to decide to go take the motherland, it's a actual a holy war or civil war or literally in the great nation and whatever, and it's just not gonna work. And rather than white people lose a country, they go, okay, look, let's just share the shit together, and that's it. But in terms as if that's not gonna happen, there's no way we're gonna be able to beat them. I'm looking at it scientifically. We cannot fight. We cannot fight it. We do not have the military. That's why they can genocide us in West Puba right now. The black aboriginals, they can genocide us and nothing be done about it. That's why they can kill us in Palestine. Nothing can be done about it. That's why they can continue to reap the coltan from the Congos of Africa. Nothing be done about it. They can wipe out our children in certain parts of Africa. They can keep all the land from all of us in South Africa and nothing can be done. We don't possess the technological power to fight back. The one time we were able to fight back is when technology wasn't that great, and that's why Haiti was able to put its foot so far up France's ass that France has no intentions on going back. But that was back then. Now the technology, now what? What can Haiti do?
Well, this generation is definitely screwed, but you know, as much as I don't like the prospect, I kind of want U.S. and Russia to have like a world blowout, just so that everywhere else can die off.
It resets.
If we were to all go back to the Stone Age, like y'all would be fine.
Well, we wouldn't just be fine.
You'd have
if
to one up on everything.
But that's the thing. First of all, I don't want to say that's the problem with black people, but that's the thing with us. Well, let me stop saying black people because I just said I don't like saying that. It's not an issue. I don't think it's an issue. But that's one thing white people can depend on us. If we have the one-up, we don't care. We're not interested in having the one-up. We're going to share the land like how we've always done. We don't care about...
As long as they're nice. If they stay nice, you'll share the land.
Exactly. We'll share the land. Even in South Africa right now, we outnumber the white Africans. We outnumber them. If we were like them, this wouldn't be talking. We just go over there and take it. Many of us will die, but we literally would genocide all of the white people in South Africa. But we're not like them. We won't do it. That's not how we are. That's not who we are as people. Deep down, we can be like that, but that's not who we are. That's why we don't do it. That's why look, our people are starving and dying in South Africa, yet they will go to parliament to argue with white people to give our land back. Reverse the situation. If that was black people in an all-white area and white people were suffering and dying, would they go to parliament and argue? Or would they simply clip up and come and kill us?
I think nice ones would. The not nice ones wouldn't.
The majority of them would come and kill us. The nice ones would be the minority, and they wouldn't have much say in it. They'd probably be the white women. Because God knows there's a real untold fact about white women in slavery and history. White women really tried to help us, but they got the 2-piece and a biscuit for trying to help black people. White men were punishing
the female gender in general is just the more empathetic of the two.
Exactly. So white women would try to help. No, leave them alone. Bitch, anyone ever watch Maximo, the intro for Maximo? Ghouls and Ghosts for the PlayStation.
I watched 12 Years a Slave.
No, Maximo is a game for the PlayStation 2. And she was like, Maximo, please help me. And the king slapped her and he said, silence, wench. he literally backslapped her. Like, it's actually, you guys can look it up. Look up Maximo, PlayStation 2. Actually, let me put that on the stream right after. Let me win this game real quick, guys. I'm gonna grab that for you guys so you can see it on the stream. It's very sexist. Very sexist, but it's actually funny too. I know girls who have laughed at this shit because it's the way she got hit. It's the way she got hit. She was really trying to talk. She was like, Maximo's here to help me. Maximo, you need to silence, bitch. I was like, yo, really? They put that in a game? But give me a second. Oh, let me keep talking. I don't want to concentrate right now. When I concentrate is when I'm gonna lose. But like whites are not gonna, they're not gonna talk about it. They're gonna get their guns and that's it. That's how they escaped Europe. From King George or Henry or whatever the fuck his name is. They weren't trying to hear this shit no more. They was like, yo, cut this fucking oppression ass shit out. They was like, no, alright, we out. And they left, and when the redcoats came, they was like, what? Clip up, my niggas, clip up. And they clipped the fuck up, and it was just blood. It was blood in them streets. When they heard the redcoats is coming, it was blood in them streets. What are you doing? What are you really doing, Triforce? Like, explain to me. What was that about? The hell? I can't watch. Who am I fighting? Oh, okay. These guys don't have badges. Okay, this is good. Oh, but he's fighting one guy that, there's a guy who has 4 badges as well. Why am I concentrating? Someone keep talking. If I start to think, I'm gonna mess up.
Triforce, if you had a son, what would you name him?
My son is gonna be called Afrikaan. That's his first name. Link will be his middle name, and Amundsen will be his last name.
Amundsen.
Amundsen means son of God.
And if you had a girl?
I want to call her. Well, I know her middle name will be Zelda. I think I'm gonna name her after her mother. Sasan Zelda Amundsen. And my last name will be changed. This Johnson shit. Fuck John. That nigga can eat a dick. I am not that nigga's son. Fuck out of here.
That's right.
Like that's like a white man being enslaved by a fucking Chinese and they give him the name Zhao Wang. What? What? White man's like, nah, I'm out of here. Y'all are crazy. Let me go find this game so that you guys can see. This shit is so silly. You guys gotta actually see this. Wait, what? SpaceX Crew Dragon successfully launches test flight.
Oh, yeah. I totally meant to go. They're live streaming it right now. The SpaceX rocket is launching.
That's the rocket leaving Earth?
Yeah, I believe so.
Oh, okay. Let me see something here. What is the name of this thing? Oh, Maximo PS2. All right. No, it's PS2. Okay, there it is. Maximo PS2. Okay, yeah, Maximo goes to glory. And let me intro. This is a funny ass intro, boy. Yeah, there it is. Intro, right? All right, Capcom presents. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go full screen with this. Watch this on the stream. You guys watch this on the stream. Y'all ready? All right, listen to this. Yeah.
Maximo! Achille, you told me Maximo—
Silence!
That's enough, Achille!
You little fool!
Run that back again.
Sophia!
Maximo! Achille, you told me Maximo—
Silence!
That's enough, Achille!
You little fool!
Listen.
Sophia!
Maximo! Achille, you told me Maximo—
Silence!
Sophia!
Maximo! Achille, you told me Maximo—
Silence!
That's enough, Achille!
You little fool! I control your kingdom now!
It's because it's stupid, that's why. Achilles, you said silence! It's just so stupid. Oh, man. Yeah, that was a...
These graphics are just, ugh. Is this what we were rocking back in the day? Ugh.
This is what we were rocking back in the day.
Ugh.
That was a silliness.
I'm so glad we've gone past this.
Box of Souls, Capcom made it. Capcom made the game. But I just wanted to know, so this is what I've come up with. that there's nothing I can do in my time to save our people. In fact, I can't save my people. I know this for a fact. All I can do is build an infrastructure for the next generation to be able to be putting up, to get out of the system that I'm in, to be able to help our people get out of the system. That's all. I literally was telling Sash, I'm doomed. Like, I already lost. This is the one game I'm not going to be able to beat. But I can create a save option or save file for my children to be able to take on, and they can win. But I'm doomed. I literally was just talking about this today. I was like, this is crazy. We're fucked. We're fucked and they know we're fucked. That's why it's a joke to them. Nothing we do, it's not going to happen in our lifetime. We can lie to ourselves and take it. It's not going to happen in our lifetime. The only time it's going to happen, it's the only time it's going to, free from oppression. I'm not talking about conquering white people. Let me tell you something about black people. Conquering white people is the last fucking thing on our mind. We actually don't give a fuck about none of that dumb shit. We literally don't care. Like, we are not interested in conquering white people. We do not want vengeance. If we wanted vengeance, it would have been done already. It would have been blood in the streets. Millions of black people would have died. And then almost all black and white people would have been taken into slavery. If we wanted vengeance.
You know, I really feel like you often what's the word? Like, you oversell all the virtues of black people as a whole to prove your point a lot of times.
Of course I oversell their virtues. Of course I do. Because it's a fact. If you look at what's going on in South Africa...
If it's fact, then it's not overselling.
No, I oversell our righteousness. Because I'm overselling it because it's needed. It's needed to show our people that we're not like that. I can validate, I can substantiate why it's fact.
Of black people, I don't understand how you can just say that.
Here's why. We know what white people have done to us. Yet we are in all of their military. We are in their government. We are in every conceivable place waiting for insurrection. If we wanted to do it, we could have done it a long time ago. Forget about America. Let's go back to the motherland. They do not outnumber us. If we want to get vengeance on white people would be getting genocide in South Africa right now. And the sad part is, it's justifiable. You know why it's justifiable? Because the people need to live. So they wouldn't be genociding them because they're wicked or anything. They need to genocide them because they need to survive. Just out of pure principle that it's me or you. Just off of that. Yet we don't do it. Yet we don't do it. So explain, why don't we do it?
Because you guys are in a fucking hive mind of collectivism. A lot of people don't give a fuck.
So then how, actually in South Africa, in South Africa they give a fuck. Unlike other places with these Negropeans, they give a fuck there. That's for sure. It's like, don't pull all African people from all over the world with what's going on in South Africa, because it is a different world over there. That shit, the whole country is pro-African. Whole country is pro-African. They want to rename the country back to its original name, Tanzania, not South Africa. South Africa is a fucking location. They want to rename it back to its original. And all the people are fighting with the economic freedom fighters. They're all down with Julius Malema. There is no wishy-washy, whatever. That shit's only in America and some other places in Africa. So why don't the 46 million Africans just bum rush the 9 million white Africans and just kill them? Because that's not who we are. We are in parliament fighting with them, telling them give the land back to government so it can be proportionally redistributed to the people of the country. You can still keep your businesses and blah blah blah. Why do all of that? White people would never do that. They wouldn't. They would just conquer. That's it. And how do I know this? Why am I saying that? Because history is the best teacher. And if you look at their MO, that's what white people do. Now some white people are, oh, Triforce, that's me. What am I saying that's a lie? I'm just giving the historical facts. Let's break it down to science. We are human beings are creatures of patterns, are we not? We do things out of repetition. Well, we do things out of repetition.
Pattern, habit.
Yeah, we have habit forming, whatever. Well, if we're habit forming, well, the type of each ethnic group, tribe, nation, all have a thing that they do, which is in pattern or in habit. And conquest of other countries is what a certain sect of white people do. Hence, Venezuela. Like, why don't you just leave the fucking country alone? Nicolas Maduro was voted democratically. Oh, their elections were false. Well, so was America. Hillary Clinton cheated Bernie Sanders. No one's coming talking about they're going to send troops over here to do the re-elections and get Trump out of office. So who is America to go and do it? Well, America is the same people that go and do it everywhere else. Hey, Iraq have weapons of mass destruction. You guys need to disarm. We don't have any weapons. You need to disarm your weapons of mass destruction, or I so swear God, I will come in there and scorch earth, motherfucker. We don't have any weapons. They didn't have any weapons. Oh, that is unfortunate. Yep, that's America. Am I lying? No, because that's what America does, and they're still doing it now. Now they went to Syria. Now they lost the war in Syria because Russia actually went in there and said, all right, terrorists, get out. They're like, damn, we got to do something else now. We can't do anything with Syria no more. Yo, you know any other places we can go to? Yo, Venezuela's got a lot of oil, and we've been sanctioning these niggas for like the longest, B. All right, let's go to Venezuela. And that's the next target now. Because that's what the U.S. does. That's their M.O. This is not Triforce making, like, I don't understand. This is the part I don't understand about U.S. people. Like, this shit is literally recorded facts. You want to know when people say substantiate it, you can just look it up and you're like, yeah, why is America always perpetually in war? And America's always into some war that got nothing to do with them. Why? And the answer is because that's... Huh?
Because we're nosy as shit and war's profitable.
Well, you know what the funny thing? Oh, crap. Americans don't want war. It's just a certain sect of the American government. It's not the American people. It's the government. The American people are tired of war. American people are tired. Whites, blacks, Asians, Jews, kinks, kikes, gays, LGBT, whatever, Martians, Atlanteans, mole people, ants, rats, cats, dogs, postmen, elephants, you name it. Every single creature in America is tired of war. They don't want war. They're all tired of it. They're all tired of it. Everyone is tired. You're tired of me being loud. Everyone is sick and tired of it. Everyone. You're being too simplistic. Obviously, you wouldn't converse with someone who's breaking into your house. But as far as violence is in the streets goes, you wouldn't get involved. Uh-oh. There's a conversation going on in the stream chat. But that's why I really called you guys in here. I wanted to know how fucked we were as a people. What were our chances? But now I know. And now I don't have to live in this disbelief. So I understand that I'll just have to sacrifice and forfeit my life to build for our people in the future. Because it is in their hands.
You ain't got to sacrifice, bro. Just...
No, what I mean sacrifices, I don't mean like I'm not going to go kill myself. That's like, that doesn't do anything for us. It doesn't help us. If I'm dead, then it literally really doesn't help. I mean, I had an intention, right? My intentions was that I like, in my mind, I was gonna live to see us thrive as a people and watch our children inherit the wealth.
Man, this is the end of the days. I don't think anyone's gonna see anybody thrive now.
Nah, there's no end of days. That's all fear propaganda and whatever shit. There are no end of days. Even if they drop a nuclear bomb, it will only hit the great nations. They will die, and then when the Bible says peace will come onto the earth, it means the great nations with the war, they will be dead, and peace will come onto the earth. It doesn't mean the end of the world and no, yeah, or Australia. Doesn't mean.
Oh, man of religion, eh?
Who, me?
Ah.
Oh, I'm no man of religion. I just think religion is just a hyper tale of certain things, and if you just use common sense, you'll get what they actually mean. Like, The end of days by fire literally means, okay, the world will end by fire. Okay, so nuclear war. Okay, so it will end the world as we know it. It doesn't mean the world will turn into it.
Yellowstone erupts, because they've all concluded if Yellowstone ever erupts again, it's
It's the end of America. It's not the end of the world. That's it. Not even end of America. It's a lot.
It's the end. No, it's the end of the world.
No, it's not the end of the world.
The amount of smoke from Yellowstone will block out the sun.
And the amount of smoke and we don't have the technology to go clear the skies. Yet we're throwing down vape on people. Come, stop it. You listen.
No.
Don't listen. Don't you dare underestimate the power of the white man. White power. Right? I believe the white man has already white power.
What is this method they're going to use?
I don't know what method they're going to use, but sweet baby Jesus, the sweet love of baby Jesus has blessed the white man with the power to save us and our salvation. White power.
I definitely don't think we have that. Yellowstone ever goes off, I'm out. I'm just gonna throw myself into the ocean.
Are you serious?
I'm just saying.
There are more effective ways of killing yourself before the volcano ash gets.
You know what? You're right. I could honestly probably just like walk into the lava. And just
you think guys can go to the moon in the 60s, and you think they can't clean up smog?
Exactly. That's just crazy, right?
Is like the most painful thing because you don't.
Well, no, because once my nerve endings burn off, I won't feel anything.
These guys literally do not know the size of the. You guys really don't know the size of the planet. Dudes think one volcano can erupt and blanket the entire.
Yellowstone is not just one. Like
you don't understand how big Yellowstone is.
Is Yellowstone the entire continent of the United States?
It doesn't require to be that big.
It can never. It takes 3 United States to make the size of Africa. Yellowstone ain't blacking out no world.
Volcanoes don't work that way though. They don't work off of
listen.
Just size.
Listen, there isn't enough ash in the volcano. There isn't enough magma, lava, whatever elements required to create that ash. There isn't enough to blanket the world.
You are all. How do you know that? Do you research this?
No, because you look at the No.
Okay.
The people who research this create fear into people because you're not using common sense. Common sense would dictate if this was the case, right? Then the earth, when volcanoes erupted 30,000-40,000 years ago, forget millions of years ago, the earth would be dead. We'd all be wiped out. Nothing could survive.
Because Yellowstone is literally the largest volcano we have.
Exactly, and I can see it doing a lot of damage to the United States of America. A lot. And
it hasn't erupted.
But yes, and what I'm trying to tell you is I can see it doing a lot of damage to the United States of America, but that smoke is not reaching to the other side of the planet. It's just not. There's no. You gotta show me empirical scientific evidence.
Isn't there an example of a volcano that did that where it erupted somewhere else?
Everybody here, just shut the fuck up for 2 seconds. Okay, Yellowstone has had at least 3 such eruptions. The 3 eruptions: 2.1 million years ago, 1.2 million years ago, and 640,000 years ago.
Okay, and 640,000 years ago, humans were here on this planet. So
640,000 years ago.
So let me just hold on, so here, real quick. Let me get this out. I had to hop in Discord real quick because I kind of have to agree with Triforce on this one.
Oh my god.
So now, I'm gonna tell you my reason why. With all this fucking technology that's going on to the point to where we can literally create a human being now. You know, people playing God. You cannot make me fucking believe that there's some type of protocol already in place to shield some type of shit from happening.
Watch this. Robin, you know they could just.
My argument has nothing to do with whether we have a countermeasure. My argument is that if Yellowstone erupts, there's enough ash coming out of Yellowstone to block out the sun for decades, killing all human life.
Then why is all other life on planet Earth still alive when it erupted 3 times already?
Because every time it did, it was a near cataclysmic event. But obviously, over time, the few surviving organisms survive and
damn, y'all will believe
like cockroaches.
Y'all believe any of this stupid shit that listen. Let me tell you something. Like, not every scientific not every scientific fact of absolute death and destruction is true. It's not. It's Yellowstone's not covering the planet, B. It's not covering the goddamn planet. I don't want to hear what anyone says.
Because that's what you feel like, but you're
no. It's I'm not. No, because there's no evidence to show.
You're not looking for evidence. You
there's
fucking
no.
Idiot.
According to religion.
Who gives a fuck?
No, listen. No, I'm not. I'm gonna show you something. According to religion, the world was drowned by the Great Flood. The world. When in reality, a certain section of the known world was drowned. That's pretty much all that happened.
Yeah.
But it was a nice story. The Epic of Gilgamesh. That was a nice story to steal and make Noah's and the Ark and whatever. And I think science and what's the name of this thing here? And religion kind of do the same stupid shit. They kind of like exaggerate certain shit. Like, first of all, if that could be the case, why not just nuke Yellowstone?
Why don't Yellowstone will make it?
You want to nuke?
If you thermo detonate Yellowstone, if you thermo detonate.
Not if you thermo detonate, because you actually don't know how volcanoes work now. Now this is fucking ignorant. So what you're doing is, because you are too lazy to actually do your research, you're gonna marginalize science to.
No, I'm a marginalized pseudoscience. I'm gonna marginalize pseudoscience.
Bro.
Okay.
Bro.
I understand how you work, Travis.
I'm using my logic. There's no way it's covering the planet. There's no way it's covering the planet.
How do you know it's true?
Royalty just put something in Discord. Look at that.
Can you demonstrate?
Wait. What does Royalty say? Because I can't look.
What would happen if Yellowstone supervolcano erupted? Okay, but anyway, going back to what I'm saying.
What does it say?
I don't know. I haven't read it yet. It's a fucking HTML file. I'm not gonna. I can't. Do you think I can just read it in 2 seconds? I don't care about that right now. I care about what I'm fucking telling you.
Alright, go on.
Hitting a nuke isn't going to fucking make it destroy Yellowstone, because volcanoes come when the pressure of the magma inside the Earth's core is exerting pressure on like the outer core of, like, it breaks through from the center.
Crust, outer crust.
Pressure, and it breaks through the crust into areas where there's like tectonic plates or
yeah, and I can see America getting really fucked up over that. I see that happening.
Nukes don't fucking, like, a nuke isn't going to destroy the fucking a nuke isn't going to destroy the fucking like pathway of magma to actually erupt. It's just going to cover the top end. But that's not enough to like do anything with the pressure.
But like I said, even if the pressure came up and it sprouted out, you know what that's like? It's like a pimple busting. Oh, I have this big pimple on my body, and if it erupts, it's gonna cover my entire human body. No. And yes, I just simplified it down to a pimple. Yellowstone is just the biggest pimple on Earth. That's it. And if it blows, okay, I can see America getting fire. I don't even think it's gonna cover all of America. I really don't even think it's going to cover all of America. I think it'll do significant damage to America. But if you think you're going to convince me that shit is going to blanket America, cross the Atlantic Sea, blanket Africa, you lost your mind. You can go trick somebody who believes in fairy tales and these stupid song and dances and end world apocalypse. Listen, the world will never end. We may end as a people on the world because we're just stupid. The world will never end. We will just end. We're too goddamn conceited. That's the shit that's crazy. Like, human beings are just too damn conceited. Like, Yellowstone's gonna blanket the whole earth. Fuck Yellowstone. Yellowstone can eat a dick. Okay. This stupid ass shit. Blanket the whole planet. One volcano. What? Listen, scientists, based on their calculations of shit they weren't even around for millions of years ago, in the last 60-something thousand years ago, based on that, they think, theoretically.
It's not that. There's sedimentary evidence. It's like how they know that all the continents were one at some point, because
that's not hard, actually. Before, when I went to school, and there was like, does anyone... I was asked this question by my 5th grade teacher, Miss Lamas. She was like, does anyone ever think how all these different countries came about? And I raised my hand and I told her, wasn't the world all once? It would only make sense. She said, how would you know that? And I said, it just makes sense that like all of these
yes, it does make sense, and that's
but
why.
I was never taught what I'm trying to show. What I'm trying to show. What I'm trying to show.
We know it to be true because they found physical evidence of that. There is physical evidence that Yellowstone's past.
I'm trying to I'm trying to explain to you, Anna, that based on what like common sense will just tell you certain things. Some things are bullshit and some things are not. And Yellowstone is not covering no goddamn planet. It isn't. I don't give a fuck what scientist says. I don't even care if the scientist is African. That scientist, white scientist, Japanese scientist, all of them can eat a fucking dick. All of them is fucking crackheads.
So you'll ignore the fact that there's
it's not a fact. It's something man had said at one time. Man had said
found sedimentary evidence and ash.
Scientists have said at one time. Legitimate, certified, accredited scientists had said at one time that the world was flat. Credited.
No.
Actually, they were. That's why they had the argument. That is why the argument started, because scientists were arguing it. Scientists from different regions. They want no Africans arguing that. Africans was like, what? They just point to the sky and they use common sense.
And they did a couple of documentaries on it too.
They just point up into the sky and says, but moon and sun, moon, sun, circle, moon, sun, ooga booga. And the ooga booga people can get common sense to know that the shit is round. But these sophisticated so-called Europeans, who pretty much stole a lot of our shit, come and say the world is flat. And then some of the smart white people are like, you are a crackhead. It is not flat.
It was actually the Greeks who first found out the Earth was round.
What?
The Greeks were the first ones.
No, they weren't. My man said the Greeks were. The Greeks were the.
This man is going away on his keyboard right now.
Where did the Greeks learn? Where did the Greeks learn their Where did the Greeks get their education from? Where did the Greeks get their education from? Where did they go to get their education? Do you know? Africa. The Greeks came to Africa and got their you know. Yes.
A lot of the famous
Negron. Get the fuck, nigga. No. Now you have got into some shit with me, nigga. If you think the Greeks learned any of the shit that they've learned on their own, you have lost your mind. They're literally, right after I win this, I'm gonna go right after I win this. I'm going to get you the evidence of how the Greeks came to Africa and learned half of the shit that they learned. They came and they learned it from the Grimaldi men, the men with the fire and dragon on their back, the black men that they came into Africa and learned. Fuck out of here! You think this shit is?
Plato, Aristotle, and Socrates definitely didn't go to Africa like ever. And they're definitely like the foundation for most of this shit.
And you know this, right? The cradle of civilization comes out of Africa, but Plato and Socrates never went to Africa. I know. I got it. That makes sense.
Well,
that
yeah,
makes
the
sense.
cradle of civilization, but Plato and Socrates
at the time did they know that?
Residents.
At the time did they fucking know that's where humanity originated? No, they were just fucking born in Greece and stayed in Greece. Maybe they went around the Mediterranean.
Everything is from Africa. Everything is from Africa, including white people. And much was learned out of Africa.
Hold on, no one's looked at this thing that so-and-so put in. Wait.
So I just typed in, did the Greeks go to Africa? And I'm just reading a bullshit article. I'm gonna read like 5 articles, and we're gonna go over this. Did the ancient Greeks get their ideas from Africans? The sitcom on TV have their roots in classical Greek comedy. The algorithm and the fuel and internet infrastructure you use and based in Greek mathematics. The doctors that save lives every day first take an oath based on what treaties written by the Greeks.
I literally just got to the fucking point where it said a mega blast will not wipe out life on Earth.
No one said it would. No one's saying the blast. We're saying the ash itself would cover the atmosphere. That doesn't mean everyone would die. The same thing happened X number of million years ago.
Right. It says it right here all in the fucking article. It's going to be only affected by certain states that's near that fucking thing. Everything else outward, not so much. We might get a little bit of it. Just like how all those fucking hurricanes and tornadoes, then how later on, as the shit progresses off, we get like the back end of it. And when I say we, I mean like for me here in Texas, we get like a shitload of rain and a little bit of wind. But everybody else that's closer to the disaster is going to be fucked off a little bit. That's basically what the article says.
I'm reading it right now.
Okay, so listen to this. From 1900 to 1100 BC, and this is funny because civilization, Kemet civilization, which is African civilization, existed long before this. But I'm going to read something to you. A great civilization reigned over what is now known as present-day Greece. The Mycenaeans created works of arts, established trades with other nations, and lived in great cities. And then suddenly, mysteriously, the Mycenaean culture collapsed. Greece fell into darkness. Nomadic tribes came from the north to where a bustling urban civilization once stood. Traded ceased, and Greece turned inward. For 500 years, Greece stood silent in what historians now call the Greek Dark Ages. And then almost overnight, in historical terms, a new dawn broke over Greece. Homer created his epic poems, the Iliad and the Odyssey, emphasizing honor and virtue to his new home countrymen. Trade resumed, once separated cities, states united in a democratic republic. Classic Greece was reborn. Where did the mediocre rise of prominence come from? Scholars attribute much of Greece's development to the its internalization. For 500 years, it was peaceful, allowed to redevelop itself astonishingly without any outside threats. But the loftiness of the pursuits of the Greeks would not have been possible But its loftiness of the pursuits of the Greeks would not have been possible were it not for another nearby civilization, one that was established millennia before the Mycenaeans were founded. The culture was called Kemet. You know it now as Egypt, nigga.
Chill down. Calm down. Chill out. I tried.
Gonna tell me some shit.
I feel like you're gonna get a hernia in your vocal cords one day, and you're gonna have to get surgery to like get them removed, and then you won't be able to talk on stream anymore.
Wait, what is that thing called? What is that site you're on called?
Well, I know about the Mycenaeans, so this is
no. I'm not doubting you.
No. Just type in. You're gonna find. Just type in. Did the Greeks learn from Africa? That's it. Just type that in and pick any site you want to go to. Don't read from the site I went to. Pick any site.
Bro, I know they did a few things, like even like the medicine studies and that. But
they learned from the Mycenaeans. The Mycenaeans learned from them, and Homer found out about that long before they were doing anything. This is what they'll never teach you in school. They can't teach you this because it has to be known that Caucasian people or European people had their own. That's why I said a lot of this shit was stolen from us and then resold back to us and told that we had nothing to contribute to the world. I'm not saying white people never contribute to the world, but stop saying, not you, but I'm just saying them. Stop saying we did not contribute to the world or they didn't learn shit from us. They stole mad shit from us. They go over conquering us. We don't go over conquering them. One only needs to just look these things up. One only needs to think that if everyone in the world is actually originally African and black, then it would make only sense that if the first civilization was established by the first people on the planet, which was these dark-skinned humanoids, then I kind of would logically think that most of things that's out of society came from these dark creatures. Notice I said most. I didn't say all, but most would. That's just using logic. Logic would just tell you that. Yeah, that would kind of make sense if they were the first people here. But whenever I say that, it's like people find it impossible to believe that white people learned anything from us, which in that mentality in itself is racist. That is literally white supremacy in thought. That's literally saying that there's nothing black people can teach us. What? Wow. I'm just misplacing a whole bunch of shit.
But it's just human nature, though, man.
A human nature about what?
Like, you know how Africans have just this identity crisis, right?
Yes. Got to keep us separated. Can't make us claim one. You make us claim one, then we got a problem. So
obviously they feel a certain way about that,
mm-hmm.
and when they research themselves and find out they did such and such, they reclaim it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because they don't like the way that Europeans have claimed such and such.
Yes.
Well, that's what I mean. What is human nature? Like when someone tries to claim, oh, my forefathers did this, you didn't do that. It's like you're taking it away from them.
Yes, but the thing when you look at it, you have to. I kind of look at it like this, right? Look at today's world, right? Which is we're in a shit clusterfuck of a world, right? If you look at the world, white people can take credit for many marvels of this day and age, especially the new frontier, which is space. That is one thing Africans can't necessarily claim. We don't have much accolades when it comes to space, don't get me wrong. We have an astronaut or two, right? But like, let's not sit here and act like we're the pioneering push or force in terms of astro whatever. That's white man shit, right?
Well, you guys had computers, which they never really talked about, before they had the actual.
But modern computers, modern computers, we contributed to it, yes. But you got to look at who's really running the ship. So yes,
well, no. I don't mean like computers, like the things you type on and things. I mean
primitive
computer. Yes,
they had an entire department of mostly women, mostly black women, who they called computers, and their job was to hand-run calculations to be used in the landing and.
Wait, wasn't that in a movie or something recently?
No, that's not in a movie. She's right. That's actually true. That's
but they made a film
and they never
about
talked about it, despite the fact that there's an entire building at NASA named
dedicated to them. Yeah, exactly. But that's my entire point. But that part of history no one will ever know, because if you think about it, imagine telling a bunch of young black girls that it was literally a room full of black women that did the calculations from NASA. To certain white people, it feels like it would undermine what they want to claim, but in reality, they shouldn't be claiming shit for themselves. We as a species, as a race, should claim that greatness together, because it's a race of people that did it. It's not. See, they want to make it like it's black people that did it, but it's not black people that did it. Who built the building?
I haven't heard in my entire life a single time where anybody ever attributed the moon landing specifically to white people. Like, I've never heard anybody make a race thing out of it.
No one needs to make a race thing out of it. It's American, and it was a white man that landed on the moon. That's all that matters.
Come on, bro.
The race. You have to understand that.
But they don't make it into a racial issue. They're like, oh, this was a group effort. We all did it. Like it's a national achievement.
No. Whoa. What you're doing is you're breaking down fact in its direct form. But let us not be naive here. Right? If you went into the average American town and you talk about American history in space exploration, they'll never bring up black people. There's a reason for it. There's a reason why we just mentioned this building that they named after these black women that they all put in there. Why isn't that known fact? Why does it have to come out as a movie? Because it's inherently racist. They don't want you to know about that. NASA isn't racist, but American public media is. NASA don't give a fuck. NASA just wants to get to the goddamn moon and back. So if they gotta use these necklaces to help them get it, they're gonna use them necklaces to get them to do it. But American media will never teach you this. American history will never teach you this. That is inherently racist. So when you say, I've never heard of someone make a issue about a white person landing on the moon, and you've never heard of those black women that calculated and all that shit for NASA, there's a reason why you never heard of it. Because they don't want you to. I bet you if it was a bunch of white people that did the calculations, that movie would have been out a long time ago. It'd have been out a long time ago. You keep acting like America was never racist. Well, it still is. But y'all keep acting like America has not done these things. That's why America will never heal from racism. It will never accept it was.
Triforce.
Yes.
Quick side question, but do you think the moon landing was faked, or?
Oh my god.
It's possible. It's possible.
Okay.
But the reason why I don't give a shit about it is because the new moon landings are real. So it doesn't matter.
We can send a probe all the way to Mars, but for some reason we can't stick a person on the moon. Okay.
Well, Anna, to play devil's advocate, the niggas' boots don't match in the video to the ones that's in the museum. So, yeah.
Listen. What did you say before?
There's a lot of other evidence.
Yeah, there's a lot of other. There's a lot of compelling evidence that states the moon landing is fake. But guess what? We'll find out when Neil Armstrong dies. Tell you that much.
To believe.
Yeah, he'll write it in his will. Yeah, it was faked or some shit.
What? Wait, what?
We did it.
He'll write it in his will.
Well, maybe not. He may be patriotic. He may be patriotic and just say, it's like that shit with Rick and Morty. And he's like, should we tell the people? No. Let them remember the king as etc. etc. He may do that. He may not betray he may not betray the national interests of America. You never know. So, but the point is, it doesn't matter because we have people going to the moon now. So whether it was faked for a publicity stunt or to inspire us to actually go to the moon, as long as we went to the moon.
How do you know people are going to the moon now?
I think it would be a little disingenuous because you think of how many people ran all these trials and errors trying to get back and how many people died.
We don't know that though.
That's not important. That's not important. So what if they died? Like, that's the price. That's the price for knowledge.
You should be honest about the capability.
No. Now you're being naive. You ain't gotta be honest with shit. The people of America, can eat a dick. They ain't gotta know shit. All they need to know is what they're told. That's it. And America loves it that way. They only want to know what they need to know. If America really cared about the truth, then America would be the greatest country on earth. But the people don't care. That's the reality.
How do you know the probes and stuff are going to the moon now, though?
We don't. But that's not important either. That's not important either. Remember, you have to look at it like
everyone can see it. Like you can go to Cape Canaveral and you can watch them take off.
What? You can watch it land on the moon?
No, you can't. You can't watch it land on the moon though. But take this into consideration.
I think that might even be like a logistics thing. Like they
take this into
consideration. Nothing on the moon worth interest, but they just do it for publicity or something, maybe.
No. You guys are undermining NASA now. Look, guys. Look. Whether it was faked or not, whether it's still being faked or not, you have to look at the purpose. What is the purpose? And I'm telling you right now, NASA is not spending billions and trillions of dollars a year, right, to study something that they never have an intention on actually following through and completing. It just doesn't make any sense. It's literally pointless if they're just going to do it just for commercial purposes. Now, yes, they can lie about it. I get it. Let them lie about it. But let them lie about it in the beginning. But they're not going to sit there and say, no, we're never going to go to the moon. the intention is to get to the moon. Whether they have to fake it now till they get it done. So whether it actually happened already or not, it is irrelevant. The point is eventually they will or they did. That's it. But they're going there for a reason. Let's not undermine them now. We can sit there and say that the moon landing was fake. But the real point is, because I tell you one thing, if China goes, well, we need to go out in space. China is going to, it doesn't matter how many astronauts they're going to kill. They sending their people out there. They going there and they going to die going there. Because China got to make it happen. Because China ain't trying to loosen no US. Fuck that. And the same thing for Russia. So I even saw a documentary where a guy, this is one of the arguments of saying America didn't go to the moon first. It was Russia that went to the moon. And they sent a guy to the moon and they couldn't bring him back into Earth properly. And literally they got the recording of him where he burnt up and he died. He literally burnt up in the atmosphere and died coming back in.
We planted the flag. That's what we get.
And Russia just said, Russia saluted him and said, "You've served your country. Good job."
No, but didn't something like that happen? But he just didn't go to the moon though. It was just a normal. It was a normal orbit or something.
You mean Russia?
Yeah.
I can't say.
I think they did. I think at first it was like, let's just get someone into space, and Russia did it, and then everyone was like, well, that doesn't count because you didn't land anywhere.
No, land on the moon, and then America said we need to go to the moon, and perhaps America did fake the moon landing just so they can claim that they were the first. But then everything afterwards, best believe America does everything in their power to get onto the moon. So it like you have to look at the end goal. Like all the other things in the middle, who cares? It's not important. So that's why now going to Mars is all important and shit like that. America wants to be the first on all frontiers so they can claim it because they think space runs like the world. So if you were there first, you can claim it, it's yours until the Martians come out of their fucking holes and then go like, "You motherfuckers, get off of our planet."
Martians on the moon.
So, but like,
space is like the only safe territory because all the countries are in agreement that space is the one place that they're not allowed to use for military purposes.
That's why they got the Star Wars program. If you think
yeah, that's why Trump's a piece of shit.
It's not Trump who built the Star Wars program. It's Reagan. Yeah, I think yo, listen. There is no place on Earth that America is not willing to go to war with. America's willing to go to war with anybody.
I think America will finally like stop putting so much funding into war and more into space exploration if you can show them there's like oil on Mars or something. There's oil on Mars, guys. Let's get to Mars. Quick.
Anyway, GG. So it's good talking. I'm off.
Alright, man. Good night. Thank you for joining us.
No worries, man.
Yo, this mosquito is really pissing me off. And I have to kill him.
It wants to be in on the conversation.
Calibus, why are you going? Let's go try for us another win.
Maybe.
You're acting like my win is some grand accomplishment. It isn't, B. Dogs. I have 448 wins.
Let him enjoy. Okay, let people be happy about things. No. Mr. Hill, I know you won't, but...
What if there are Vietnamese in Mars?
Hill,
just you're an idiot.
Are you engaging in the Dragalia raid thingamajiggy?
Obviously.
Lord
Have you
Lord
gotten
Belly Button.
Albert or Gilgamesh?
Oh, sober bounced.
No, I'm not summoning on that trash banner. It's terrible.
No, I want it. I want it just because it's named Gilgamesh.
It's really bad.
One guy said...
Isn't Albert the main character's brother?
No.
Or am I wrong about this?
Pretty sure you're wrong about this.
Because he has... There's 7 of them, and I thought one of them was named Albert. Looks just like him.
When you have
listen to this comment.
Yuden and Valix, having one of the siblings named Albert is pretty out of the.
Well, I mean, he looks just like him. And there's 7 of them, and they're all blondies, like all of them.
No, they're not. The Valix is like brown with black hair. And we've only seen 4 of them.
That's true.
And one of them's a girl.
That's also true.
This guy said,
okay,
no.
So we've only seen 4 of them, so you don't know. It could be a future one.
Anna, this guy said, no. Black people can only teach basketball and dope dealing, but that's it.
What the fuck?
Hey, man.
I think everyone should be allowed to have their achievements, right?
Yeah, that's his.
You know, if you learned it from some other place and then incorporated it, you know, due credit where where credit is due. But you know,
I'm hoping one day whites and blacks can just say, all right, look, guys, fuck it. Let's just live together.
That's boring.
We're doomed.
if you think about it, is everyone's really like all these people that push this, you know, anarchy and this chaos, or just a bunch of.
Is it too late to get your money back from the Ghana trip?
Yeah. It was a waste.
So Hill, do you like the dragon from this one? Do you like Shadow?
He's just a 30% attack dragon. He's okay for an AI unit.
Do I want to keep doing silver, or do I want to switch to gold? So Hill, if I were to like grind this for hours and hours, would it be possible for me
I feel like this is what happens when Pauldron isn't around Triforce for a long enough period of time. He just commits to the worst case scenario.
Who, Pauldron?
No, like normally Pauldron's here and you'll always say we're doomed. And Pauldron will always add like a caveat to it, and like some people are doomed and some people will be fine and you need to chill the fuck out. And then it kind of keeps you in check.
Well, I think everyone in this room like wants to be like, we're ready to die. Like we're prescribed to the idea that we're doomed.
No. The reason.
We're okay with it.
So, all right. You know what it is? Sahil doesn't know where all of this came from. So.
Yeah. Is there something that happened like the last couple of days? Because
last hour.
Oh yeah.
I was listening before I came on the stream. I was listening to Sonetta TV. And what I mean by we're doomed, I'm not talking about we as a race or our ethnic group. I'm talking about me. I'm doomed. There's nothing I can. I'm a dead man. I'm going to die. I am going to die. You know how Martin Luther King says, I may not see you in the promised land. I'm not making it to the promised land. I just realized it. That's all. I'm not making it to the promised land. The condition of our people, maybe my children, if I can sacrifice my life, and what I mean by that, I don't mean dying. I mean devote my life to building an infrastructure for my children so that they can inherit an entire new system and be born out of the system of oppression. Then maybe they can complete the task. But me completing the task, not happening. The difference is I just realized it. It's not going to happen.
What was in this thing you were listening to that made
the level of niggatry that I heard from this
I love these
fucking
words that he makes up on the fly. I love these words
that I heard from this coon ass nigga. And his name is called, what was it called? Whoa.
The meek shall inherit the earth.
What's his name? Damn, I'm over here. I got caught thinking, trying to remember this guy's name. Got killed for it. What's his name? Something Jap. That was literally his name.
Oh, I remember you talking about him earlier.
And what
was it Pastor Jap? Minister Jap.
Okay, and what did he say that made you believe that you're doomed?
He said, and I'm paraphrasing, but the majority of what I'm paraphrasing is actually a quote.
Okay.
What's the point of us going back to Africa? What's in it for us? We are not African, and they are not us. Told you, we're fucked.
I mean, not everybody thinks the same way he does, though, so.
But the guy who was on the show with Sanetta was...
The people like him who shared that.
He has a following.
Opinion.
He has a following, and then they do. But the guy that was on the show was saying that he was asking Sanetta, why do you give people like him a platform? He's poisoning the minds of people. He may not get everyone, but he still influences a vast majority of people to take up that niggerish mindset.
These words are amazing.
Pastor. Oh, he's not some guy who came into stream chat. He was some guy.
No. I was listening to somebody else's podcast. I went on to Sanetta to try to get some woke perspectives, and then I end up going there getting some coonery. And the guy is right, cause like if Sanetta keeps putting on these monkey ass niggas on a show, I don't want to watch it. I really don't want to watch it. I cannot stand when my people act ignorant like chimps. Then when they get called that, oh, you're racist. No, I'm not racist. You're acting like a chimp. You're literally acting like a monkey who's fed peanuts. You jump around.
This is amazing.
I wish you could soundbite every time Triforce makes these noises.
You can.
If you yeah, Trevor, you know what's fucked up? You know what's fucked up? You call me fucked up for this, but if you made you making monkey noises as like a $1 donation noise, you know how often I would donate you $1 just
You're a scumbag, that's why. You're a fucking scumbag. That is exactly why.
I promise you, you're getting a minimum $2 from me every stream, just for that.
Terrible. Thank goodness I have integrity, because I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Period. I was about to say I'm not. I was gonna say I'm not doing that for $2, but then that would suggest I do it for a certain amount of money.
Hey, it reminds me, Sahil, you've seen this, right? It reminds me of that video of the Indian kids, and they repeat this phrase, and they're like, I'm not gay, but $20 is $20.
Wait, what?
Oh no, let me get it for you. Play the boy, Anna, stop. Play this on stream Triforce, okay?
No, find him, Sahil. Also find him the one about,
I will find them, I know, okay?
Do we need to give context to this?
No. Okay. So listen, I'm gonna put this in community hall. Don't play in community hall. Copy the link and play it on stream, okay?
But I will get struck for that.
No, it's made by like a meme, like YouTuber with 136 subscribers. It's just a viral video from 2015 with 400,000 views. But just play it on stream. It's fine. Okay.
It's actually really funny. Like, only the third wave SJWs are offended by this.
You guys will have to wait. Let me kill these 42 guys.
As soon as it's Tetris.
Isn't it like is this the Fiverr thing, Sahil, or is this just something someone did?
It was this Fiverr?
I feel like it was Fiverr.
It might have been Fiverr. I don't know, but like whatever. Okay, dude, I don't care how this came into existence. The only thing that matters is that it exists.
Man says, oh man, oh boy, I bet you this is some buffoonery coming up.
No, it absolutely is buffoonery. It's the highest level of buffoonery, but it's great.
People, I spoke to C&D the other day. Well, yesterday. I hit him up for the anniversary. Someone posted something on Twitter that I really didn't like, because it actually genuinely bothered me, because I actually was scared that something happened to C&D, because you know I said March whatever is what's the word of this thing here? March is the anniversary of the Nintendo Switch, right? And then everyone was like, you know, oh yeah, but we haven't seen C&D around. So I'm like, yeah, okay, the man's with his family. Like, let the man rest. This is the shit I'm talking about. Like, the man can't go and see his family. He has to inform YouTube where he's going and what he's doing. See, shit like that is why people should quit YouTube, because it's ridiculous. Like, why do I have to explain to you I'm taking a vacation? And he's only been gone for like literally 2 months. Like, it's crazy. So, what's the word for this? So when I post a video, someone was like, "Rest in peace, C&D." So I was like, "What the fuck?" So I thought, like, what do you mean, rest in peace? Why?
Yeah, just clickbait, just clickbait.
Yeah.
No, but it was a reply to no, it's a Twitter thing though. So why would you put rest in peace? Like that.
Well, I think when people go ghost on Twitter, they say rip. I don't think he literally meant rest in peace, like he died, but he meant rest in peace, like okay, he's.
He
done
put ripped. Yeah, but like that could, you can misunderstand that. So I was like, what the hell? I had to call him. I'm like, yo, you alright? And he's like, yeah. I was like, alright, B. I was like, what the fuck? Thinking this man died or some shit like that.
Did you just hang up after he said yeah, or did you?
No, we talked for a little bit, and you know, I told him happy anniversary. He's like, yeah, his Switch thing is wild. It's a massive part of his life and the whole 9 yards. And I have something coming out for everyone on this YouTube on March 10th. I'm releasing the biggest video I'm gonna drop in March 10th. So, but I'm not gonna give any hints. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. But yeah, he's okay. He's doing fine. He's spending time with his family. So I was like, all right, you know, as long as he's golden and it's all good with him and all that other stuff. As long as that's going on, man, you know, and he's fine. That's all that matters. All this shit about him having to be a YouTuber, I encourage him, because the one thing I said, I don't know if you're gonna quit YouTube or not or whatever, but I straight up told him, I said, yo, just do you. Can you see on the stream who I'm fighting and how many? Okay, so it's 6 people, right?
Yeah, 5 people left. You're
5 people,
6.
yes. Yeah. Okay, and I'm 6, right? So I'm trying to figure out who. Whoa, that was 2 big woes because I used the wrong pieces. Oh my goodness, and you nearly. Yo, why are you killing yourself? Stop it.
So hell, if I like grind endlessly on Dragalia, is it possible for me to completely get all the rewards from all 3 emblem lists?
Yes, that is not. You don't have to grind endlessly. I got them within the first day.
How? What the?
It's not hard.
She didn't ask you how hard it was. She asked you how.
You play the raid and you make sure you have a team that can clear it. And if you don't have,
what do you think I do?
I don't know what to say.
Like there's never. I feel like there's never enough time. Like.
Well, no, you use honey pots and gather wings to restore your stamina and energy so you can play more.
Well, obviously.
You and the last guy and the last.
Damn it!
4 badges.
I got.
Who is speaking?
Oh my goodness! I had 1 badge in that entire match. I'm over here thinking I had badges. No wonder that guy bodied me. 4 badges to 1. Look, what the hell?
Alright, Trevor. Right. So the video, I'm gonna link it in community hall. Okay, click on it, play it on stream.
All right. I should have went for the badges.
Wait, I might quit this raid battle right here just to watch this.
Well, it's uploading now.
I am not gay. I am not gay. But $20. My $20. It's $20. It's $20. I am not gay. I am not gay. But $20. My $20. It's $20. It's $20. I am not gay. I am not gay. But $20. But $20. It's $20.
Of course, I can see the face you're making.
I am This is why YouTube is a curse and a blight on this planet. I cannot believe
Sahil sent him the Nazi one.
I don't know what to say. I just don't know that. See, I don't know what to say.
There's so many of these. There's one about feminism. There's one about Hitler.
They're not gay, but $20 is $20.
It's $20. Great.
Oh my.
Ew. Sahil, Nell in the chat said I ship Anna and Sahil. I can feel my insides melting away.
Big yikes.
Disgusting.
Very big.
Y'all
yikes.
keep talking shit about each other.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna get married. Anna asking twice in the stream about grinding.
Listen. This is a situation where I'll say this, okay? Jagan, take the wheel. I'm out.
Oh wow! Where's Jagan?
I think he's at work.
He's on mobile. So.
Oh, Africa had something called the reveal. They revealed the 5 games that they're going to host at the Africa Esports Championship in August. One of their games is Clash Royale,
Another battle
Fortnite.
Oh my god, really? That's a mobile game.
Yeah, it's a mobile game. Clash Royale is a mobile game.
I hate that game.
But mobile is big in Africa. So they know what they're doing. They know where the market is. Then there's Fortnite.
Yeah.
Then there is Street Fighter 5, Tekken 7. Does anyone know what the #1 game is?
Is it fake Grand Order?
Wow. No, Anna. It's not fake Grand Order.
What is it? I have no idea.
FIFA.
Ugh. Fuck FIFA.
You know, because of actual FIFA, the video game, I have an appreciation for actual football.
I have an appreciation for football, but not for the video game. Cause here's the thing. There's just this trend, and obviously I guess this doesn't apply for everybody, but just in my personal experience, everybody I know who's a person who just buys like they just have like either a PS4 and Xbox, and they have like 2 games for that console, which are FIFA and Call of Duty, and that's it. They're always massive fuck asses, right? Without fail. I haven't met one person who's like, oh yeah, I play games.
He's not wrong.
I have a PlayStation 4 and I play COD and FIFA, right? Without fail, they've been the biggest fuckboys I've ever met, right?
So the hell's not wrong.
So I just internalized that hate onto the game itself.
Relatable.
Well, Kill Them plays FIFA. He doesn't play Call of Duty. He plays League. He plays FIFA and League.
Oh, okay.
And he used to play Hearthstone.
Hearthstone was a good game.
I can't believe that last match I did all of that fighting and only had 1 badge, and in the end got caught up against a guy with 1 badge. I got bodied. Oh my goodness, I did not put that piece there.
What? Why can't I? Bullshit.
That's what I meant to do.
No, the actual sissy sport is baseball. That's sissy sport.
You're right.
Baseball? How is baseball a sissy sport?
It is.
I'm not that great of a fan of baseball, but I think baseball is a good sport when World Series comes around.
Nah, trash.
Okay, listen. It's. I just find it
trash.
The only sports I enjoy watching are esports and hockey, and that's it.
I'm not a great fan of hockey, but when Stanley Cup time, I'll watch the championships. You'll never catch me watching a season.
I watch I keep up with the season standings, but I only watch during playoffs, and even then I only watch like maybe 5 or 6 like games a year because you know when your team is constantly getting eliminated in first round of playoffs, there's not really much hockey to watch.
Wow, wow. Damn, that's fucked up.
My thing is rugby. It's my favorite sport.
Rugby? Oh wow.
Rugby.
Oh, a real.
Well,
man.
I used to be on a rugby team when I was in high school.
A real man sport. Okay.
I liked it.
I remember when India won the World Cricket Cup or whatever the fuck it was. Like
no one gives a fuck about cricket.
Well, people in Indian areas of where I live do, but yeah.
People in India and in Jamaica, they damn sure give a big fuck about cricket.
I don't understand cricket at all.
I don't like cricket. But yeah, like 3 or 4 years ago, India won like the championships for it, and it was like that day. It was like if you were on the road and there was an Indian driving his car, he was just fucking honking his horn. Like, just for fuck of it, like when they're going past the Indian bazaars and shit.
Okay, I gotta go after badges. I got no badges.
Travis, if I give you another $5, will you like stop playing Tetris 99 on stream and just go to Hollow Knight and Dead Cells?
No.
Because honestly, this Tetris shit is the most mind-numbing shit. Like
I am almost done. Do you not see what level I'm at? Only 2 more days.
And guess what? Right, the required XP needed to go from level 80.
I've already calculated it. By Tuesday night, I'll have everything done. A lot of times
it tells you how much you need for every level.
No, I calculated the amount of time it takes for me to get it. Every 7 hours or so, I level up 3 times, 3 levels.
It's gonna become less and less as you go on.
Yeah, but not by like vast amounts. Yeah.
Oh.
Oh my goodness! Come on, game.
No, Triforce will not like Undertale. It's a good game, but it's not something he'll like.
Well, yeah, no, he wouldn't. It's very it's not his style. I think all the fourth wall breaking and like all the meta-ness would be cool for him.
Oh no! Not gonna like the game. I don't like fourth wall breaking. I like things to stay in the game.
Anna, you're explaining the game very poorly. The entire game, all of the game stays within the game except for one gag character who makes references in his voice lines. But the plot of the game, the actual story of the game,
the game is meta in the sense that it remembers what you do within the game's universe.
Oh.
Not talk over me?
No. You talk over me all the time, so.
Okay. But yeah, the game is self-contained. There's just a character who can make fourth wall references. But
no!
I think the only part that Triforce would like is the part with the Final Fantasy VI reference.
Oh, it makes references of other games.
Oh, it makes all sorts of pop culture references.
No, it doesn't make pop culture. It's like, okay, wait, it was Final Fantasy VI, right? The one with the balcony.
I think so.
Was it? No.
Yeah.
Triforce. Final Fantasy VI was the one with that balcony scene, right? With the scene and stuff. You know the scene in the balcony?
Mm-hmm.
That was in Final Fantasy VI, right?
Yeah, the opera stage.
Yeah, the opera stage. Yeah, yeah. That is referenced in like they do a parody of that in Undertale.
Oh. Pig can call it under trash.
Well, Pig King is a neat, so.
Shark Tank says it's fuck Hollow Knight. Play Undertale. I'm getting all these mixed signals here.
No, don't play Undertale. do the final cell of Dead Cells, and then
Yeah, I
play
wanna see
Hollow, and then after that, play Hollow Knight, because Hollow Knight is probably gonna be like I find it extremely hard to think you wouldn't like it. It's very good.
Okay. Whatever you say, Wendy. Nintendo stream fighting games. Well,
Triforce doesn't play fighting games.
I don't play fighting games. Although I do.
Just Smash. That's it.
No, I played Street Fighter before, and
People are like, Smash isn't a fighting game, it's a platformer. Which I think is bullshit.
played Mother 3.
Have you played Mother 3 Triforce or no?
No.
You've played Earthbound though, obviously.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah. Just said that.
Okay. No, I know your mic cut out.
You should play Outlast.
You should download a fan translation for Mother 3, and play that on the stream.
Flat fan translation, crazy.
Well, because you know how
it
they
never came. I know.
Yeah, so you have to download a fan translation.
Triforce, do you get scared? Like, does horror?
Nope. Horror annoys me. Yeah, I actually get literally annoyed by horror. I don't know why. Like, especially if it's not
cheap horror, like jump scares, that shit, right?
No. I just get annoyed by horror, period, because I actually take everything seriously. So if I'm facing in a supernatural situation, right, unless I have the power to fight it, I'm not going to put myself in that situation. And because I see everything through my own lens when I'm watching these movies, and I see that, it just annoys the living shit out of me. I'm like, I just go, oh my fucking God.
Outlast wouldn't actually annoy you then, because Outlast it's not one of those situations where it's like a haunted house and they could just not go in it, or as soon as bad shit happens just walk out, but instead they decide to investigate. No, like you're like, to give you a very just quick like 2-second overview, you're a journalist who gets a tip about some very illegal things going on inside of an insane asylum. He goes in very quickly after breaking.
We've already listened to what you said.
You're a journalist though, and you get a tip.
Okay, here's my question.
Yeah.
Is the journalist
I think the second one would be better, because the second one is you're still a journalist.
Is the journalist bringing a gun?
Making this overcomplicated. Yeah, he brings a gun.
Okay. As long as he brought a gun, then I wouldn't be annoyed.
Okay, but yeah. So the thing with it is, like, it's a tip that illegal things are going on in there. So obviously, if he can get in, just get like videotape, just something. That's a massive fucking story, right? So
paid. So he has a reason to be there.
Yeah, so he has a reason to be there, right? He gets in, the front gate is locked, right? So within the first like 15 minutes or 20 minutes, you find a way inside through one of the windows. You get in, and you notice nobody's around, lights are off, right? And you're exploring more, and then very shortly, you realize that like shit, like you don't see anybody around, and then shit, like something happens. And shit hits the fan pretty much.
You walk into a room and you see like a militia officer like impaled on some rebar.
And then at that point, you're like, okay, I need to just fucking get out of here.
Yeah, no, the character like tries to leave. Like he tries
to. The way you got in is now blocked. He continues in, and then he gets attacked by this fucking monster. And then after he's knocked unconscious, he wakes up. This insane pastor is like talking to him, saying like, this is judgment and you're going to be our witness to witness God's punishment for the people and everything. And then that's when the game kind of opens up and you have to figure out a way out, right?
Okay, so now, does the game allow you a way to figure out, not a way out, but to kill these psychotic motherfuckers? Because if that was me in real life, I'm not trying to leave. I'm gonna be like, oh, y'all niggas want me to witness this shit?
Well,
You do end up
yes.
killing some of them, but it's
You
never
kill
like
some of them.
direct.
The point isn't to massacre all of them. You end up stopping the cause of all of it, right? I'm not going to spoil anything about the story, but the main cause, you kill it.
Okay, well, as long as I have the option to say I'm not running, I'm gonna kill these motherfuckers. Especially the crazy pastor who tell me I want to kill him last.
Oh well,
because I want him to witness.
Shut the fuck up, Anna. Stop talking.
I know it's a spoiler. I can't say anything
Shut
about
the
it, but
fuck up.
Will you? With this is what I'm talking. We had this discussion the other day. I said, look how you talk to women. Now I know you're trying to stop her from spoiling, but do you have to say shut the fuck up?
If it was a guy, I would have said the same thing. I don't treat her differently because she's a girl.
Well, you
Like,
should. It's called having manners. It's called being a
But
gentleman.
it was also unnecessary because as I started to talk, I was like, "Oh wait, I can't say anything," so I was correcting myself. Like,
okay, well, I didn't know you were doing that.
I had already stopped myself.
Okay, I didn't know that, but yeah.
Oh shit! Hold on, guys. I need to get some badges.
But
Whoa!
yeah, the main character in Outlast, he actually acts like completely reasonable with what he does.
Oh yeah, no.
wouldn't.
I think he literally says at one point he's like, "Fuck this shit." Like he's no.
Oh, that's good.
He is not here for the.
Yeah,
Come on! I turned that. No, I fucked up big time because I switched off to what's the word for this? I switched off to
Maybe Triforce should play Outlast now.
Do you think you would like 1 or 2 better? Because the circumstances.
Two is very bad. 2 is a very bad game. 2 is a terrible game.
Well, it didn't make a lot of sense, like story-wise, but in terms of like how you get in that situation, it's more along the lines of unavoidable.
It's not a good game. Just he has to just play 1 and Whistleblower DLC. But what is it?
Whistleblower is actually really good.
$35 for 1 plus the DLC. Or no, actually it might be less. It might be 20. It might be 20. It might be 20. It might be 20. I think it's 35.
Is this the scary game that you wanted me to buy for Sash to play?
Yes, on Halloween.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Outlast, yeah.
No,
honestly, I think it's better if you play it. Because with Sash, because she doesn't really play too many games. I know she plays games, but like.
Actually,
she doesn't. Scared to
she doesn't play games because I'm always hogging up the TV because I'm doing work. So,
if anything, I think you should. I think
she wants to play more than I do.
Hold the control. Oh, okay. I don't know. I think it would be good if you. I think it would be good if you had Sash watching, or you guys take turns.
Right.
I wish there was like a 2-player game like that, man.
If she gets scared, I want those reactions on camera.
I'd be willing to split the money because I have the money. I'd be willing to split if we can get Triforce and Sasha.
Play Hollow Knight first. Fuck Outlast.
Oh my god. Oh,
Finish the final cell of Dead Cell first.
No, what the? Honey, hold on. There's too many things going on at one time.
This guy really just unmuted to burp into the mic and then remuted.
You said you were supposed to be doing some.
Sahil wants to buy a game for you to play called some scary game. We were just talking about
what the fuck?
Some people want to buy a game. It's not important. That's what I'm saying. Don't worry. I'm just saying. I told him that you want to play games more than I do.
Yes, I do.
But
go back to
I'm going to bed now.
Focus. Nope, it's not 11 o'clock.
Can you bring the water in the fridge, honey?
The pig king. Triforce. The pig king said Triforce. I'll drop like $50 to get you to do a Let's Play of Mother 3. Just let me know when.
Well, Shark Tank drops $1 right now, and he says, let me see what he says. If I donate you $1,000, will you stream Undertale? Hypothetically speaking, but of course.
Oh my god.
Because then I can pay. I will stop Tetris.
Yes.
I will play
You'll
Undertale.
stop Tetris right now.
Please, I want dog references.
Oh my.
I
god.
need this. Dude, I want him to interact with Sans. I want to see.
Anna, be quiet. Just stop. Okay, listen. If royalty's probably joking, but on the like 2.
That wasn't royalty. That was Shark Tank. Everything's silenced.
Come on, please. I need to see how angry Triforce gets at Sans. Honestly.
Sahil said, "Well, that shit's not happening." Wait a minute, Sahil.
Does it count if it's Monopoly money?
That's what he asked?
No, that's what I'm asking. Does it count if it's Monopoly money?
No, it doesn't count.
If we just like get Monopoly money and then we paint it green.
Why does anyone have to even pay $1,000? Why, guys, just donate the money to get me the game, right? When I get the game, I'll be done with Tetris soon. I just want to get the level 99.
Did my internet bug out?
Yeah, you went out. What happened?
Now, right, Bruno?
Hello.
We can hear you.
We can hear you.
I don't think he can hear us. Yeah. Text him that he cannot hear us. We can hear him.
Okay, hold on. That's Sybil.
I did not. No, you deserve that. That's what you get. You double drop. Don't lie. The computer didn't do nothing to you. You're a lying motherfucker. You just double drop. You want to look like you was nice. That's what you get. Hold that stupid.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello?
Can you hear us now?
Yes.
Oh, there we go. Okay, now I can hear you guys.
What happened?
Oh, my internet just like took a shit.
Oh.
Pretty much.
Why is oh, you know the guy the guy who got, I think, the first Tetris Grandmaster on the machine, the Akira version? He's playing this. Someone said he's at level 99 already.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Okay, Pig King's dying for an answer. He's saying $50 I'll give you to play Mother 3. Sash can play. He doesn't care who. Just you have to be on stream to watch, I guess.
I'll do it so Sash can play. I'm serious.
You just gotta schedule it, because if this guy's gonna pay to see that played, you can't just put it off all the time.
No, I won't. If he pays for it, then I'll just play it. Why would I would never put it off. Like, he paid for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, is Mother PC only right now, or is it?
Well, yeah. You have to download it so you're gonna get the fan translation.
Wait, how am I gonna play it? It's not on? If it's not on a Switch, guys, I can't play it.
You can play it. It's not a demanding game. You can literally stream it directly from your laptop.
Oh, okay.
It's a Game Boy Advanced game that you would emulate. That's all you do.
Oh.
Yeah.
But we need to know if what's Nintendo's policy on that if you stream yourself playing an emulation of the game because it wasn't localized.
I just killed myself.
You could just Google it.
I just killed myself. I gotta get out of here. Get out, Triforce. Get out. Get out. Abandon. I literally locked myself in like an idiot. Dropped the wrong piece. Uh-oh.
Con Royalty dropped out 1,000 for the Undertale playthrough.
It wasn't Royalty who said it was Shark Tank.
Oh, Shark Tank?
Yeah.
Come on, Shark Tank.
Yeah, come on, Shark Tank.
Shark Tank, do it. Do it.
Come on, Shark Tank.
Yo, Pig King, chill. He's just playing Tetris right now. He'll give you an answer. But for beauty.
Hold on. Yo, let me go after the badges. These guys are getting medieval on me, and I need badges. I don't have enough badges without 29 people. These guys are gonna kill me. Let's go. Sahil, you're type. Whoa, look at that damage. Get off that. I need those badges. You gotta come up off that, B. I need those badges, B. Come on, stop playing. Give me those badges, B. I got to have that. Get off. Get off of them. Get off.
He's got to have it.
I gotta have those, B. I need those. I need that right now. Come on. I need that right now, B. Give it up. Give it up. Come on. Stop playing. I know you're stronger than me. I know you got the badges. That's why. Oh my God. This guy just hit me with some catastrophic combos, B. Combos, B. Combos, B. Combos, B.
What you get for harassing him? Stop harassing him.
Combos. 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 Get off of that. Get off of that. Give me those. I know you're stronger than me, but give me those. Give me those. Give me those. Give me that. Give me that. Give me that. Give me that. Get off of that, B. I don't care how strong you are. Get off of that. Give me that. I need that, B. I need that. Get off of that, B. Give me that. Give me those. I don't care how much badges you got. Give me those. Get off. Get off. Get off, B. Get off. Get off those badges, B. You ain't built for that. You ain't built to hold them badges like that, B. You're not built for this, B. Give me that. Give me that, B. These don't belong to you. Give it to me. Give me. Get off of those, B. I don't care how many badges you got. Get off of me. Give me that. Yeah. Yeah. I
feel like I'm listening to popcorn.
Oh man, nah. I lost this. I did the best that I could. I've been lost this once. Once I came into this fight looking to steal badges off of a stronger guy, I already knew I lost. The fact that I'm still fighting this guy is crazy. Did I get him? I got him. I got him. Get off of that, B. Give me those. Now I'm gonna win. Yo, fuck this. I'm winning this. Oh, I had half a badge fighting against a 4-badge guy. That guy was 4 times stronger than me, and he was hitting me with everything. Let's go. Let's go. Y'all niggas ain't on my level. I don't give a fuck how many badges y'all got. What's really good? Y'all stupid. Oops. Hold on. We gotta calm down here. We gotta calm. Come on. We gotta. Let's go. Let's go. I earned them shits, B. I earned them shits, B. Didn't you see what? I was at top of the game. Give me that. Give me that. Give me that. I said, give me that. Get off. Get off. Get off of me. Get off. No.
No, you get off.
Right. I feel like I'm listening.
Very sus. This is so sus.
What is this? Can someone please soundbite?
What y'all want? What y'all want? Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to do that, but okay. Okay. Let me see how we're going to do this. How we going to do this? Okay. We're going to put that together, right? We're going to clean this up. 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 Let's go. Oh, uh-oh. We got enough for it? We got one in the tank for it? Oh, we got one in the tank.
Why do like?
What's up? What's up? What's up, partner? We out in these streets. What's up? We out in these streets. We out in these streets of Tetris. I run these blocks. Nigga, we run these blocks. Get out of here. What you talk? Get clapped, B. In these streets. In these hardcore streets of Tetris. Nigga, we run these blocks, nigga. We run these blocks. We run these blocks, B. We run these blocks. I don't need no badges. And it's level 82. We running y'all. Get off these badges, B. Get off this block. Stupid. I run this shit. I decide what happens here.
This is amazing. Oh my god.
I run these blocks. That's one of the hardest fights, B. I was fighting. I had a half a badge versus a dude that had 4 badges. And we was coming in the top 20. I was like, if I don't get some badges now, I'm gonna die. There's no way.
Yo,
this guy had 4 badges on me, and he was banging me. And he literally had me give up and said, nah, I'm pretty much dead. Came back, bodied him, and I was like, I was feeling myself. I was like, yo, we running all these blocks, B. Great, now play Undertale.
Sahel.
What?
They literally, the Dragon Gilgamesh for this banner, they literally went Fate Stay Night on it. He launches swords. That's his attack. He launches weapons.
Anna, I know. I watched the trailer. I know. He's not a good dragon.
I'm weeping. I want him. Give him to me.
Someone says real shit. Tetris 99 should have been at Evo.
Travis, if Tetris 99 was at Evo, would you enter?
No, I'm retired. Y'all don't seem to understand that I take my legacy very seriously. I'm not throwing away my legacy for no corny ass win. If I win, you know what people are gonna say? Well, that's why you retired and you're in the Hall of Fame. So big deal on the win. If I lose, I knew you wasn't that good. So that's why I don't. That's why like when people go, try for no. I there's nothing I gain. I don't gain anything. Oh, but you can win money. No, thank you. I could also lose it too.
It's true.
Fuck. Ah, shit. Okay. That hurt.
Soviet says they'll drop 2,000 if Try keeps playing Tetris. Oh, y'all are done. Y'all are fucked up now. If Soviet drops 2 G's, I'll play this shit till the cows come home. Oh, y'all be so fucked, B.
Yo, I will drop 5,000 if you never play video games again. How about that?
Nah, that's not happening. There's no money on planet Earth. I'm like, someone said Triforce, I gave you $100 million. I'm like, nah.
100 trillion.
Nah.
Nah.
Oh, I take the 100 trillion because I didn't kill the guy that gave it to me and then played video games anyway. He gave me 100 trillion. I'm like, hey, I'll give you $1 trillion to kill this guy. Bang, he's dead. So you're not gonna play any video games? Bang, he's dead. Take back my 1 trillion I gave him, but back at 100 trillion, I'm playing video games.
It's like enough waiting. Okay. Anyway, let's see.
Is that Excalibur?
Is that your mom?
Is that actually Is that Callie? He got 9th. A guy called Link got 58. Sentinel was putting up the problems. I wonder who had. It's either the Asian. It's either.
Sally Space. No, it was Sally Space. I checked.
Sally Space was the guy with the 4 badges that I was fighting against.
Yeah.
Oh, word. Respect to Sally. No, actually, I can't give you no respect. You had 4 badges, but you should have killed me. There's no way you should have lost that battle. Yo, you had the whole advantage. No, he had all the whole advantage. I directly targeted people with badges. They put me on him. He had 4 badges. I had 1. Well, actually, did I have 1 or was it half of 1?
You had like half.
One.
Huh?
You just had 1, but it helped that there were 3 people targeting you at the time.
3 people were targeting me, right?
Yeah.
Oh, so it gave me the power boost to fight him. Oh, okay. Even better. That means they can't hold me down, B. They was trying to jump me in these streets. They was trying to jump me in these streets.
You know what? I feel bad for anyone who tries to jump you in the streets because you ain't got nothing to take.
Exactly. But these guys in Tetris 99 thought I was that dude you could steal on. They was like, that's that Triforce nigga, that level 81 nigga. Yo, we gonna roll up on this nigga right now. Yo, you sure, B? Yo, I heard that nigga's nice, B. My nigga, I got 4 badges. If we jump this nigga, he can't do shit. And they ran up on me. I was like, what y'all looking at? And it's like, yo, run your pockets. I was like, get your hands out of my pockets. And they was like, what? One tried to swing. I was like, what? And we just got into it. We just tussling. Bang! One hit me. Bang! Bang! They would just hit me. I was like, you gotta take this. And I just came out swinging. Long! Long! I was like, bang! Bang! And just knocked them all out.
Someone please soundbite.
And when they just saw me, I was like, what's up? What's up? And then Sash came and was like, honey. And I saw the car, and I was like, yo, they coming after you. And I said, pop the trunk, honey. She popped the trunk, and I just got out the Mossberg. And the whole street sweeping, I was like, hold that shit, nigga. Hold that. We holding it down in these streets. We run these blocks, B. We take respect in these streets.
Please soundbite.
Don't soundbite me.
Soundbite him.
Actually, I'm gonna record this last match. So when this stream is over, I'm going back and I'm gonna record the audio and use it as a ringtone. No, I'm gonna record this. I'm gonna like stop the stream, and just come back so that I know that this last game that I played that got me level 82. I want to take that last match and make it a highlight. Yeah. Triforce, you been listening to Tupac lately? No.
Oh my god.
Let me see what I wonder if I got over 400. What is the percentage? I'm looking at my win percent. I'm trying to bring it up a little bit. 451 wins out of 807. Well, that's clearly over 51%. No, that's over 50%. Because 400 and 800 is like 50%. But I have what is that?
55.8%.
55.8. Oh, I dropped. That was at 56. At one point, I was at 63. But the more games you play and the more games you lose, it drops down dramatically. So, at least you said 55.8.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
I'm telling you, dude. People have 1% win rate.
All right, Israel. Thanks for the comment, man. I appreciate it. All right, let me. How many?
All right, Israel. Thanks.
Israel.
Yeah, it says Rodrigo Israel. Yeah.
Okay.
I got 18 all clears.
Yeah. So Amber, I'm gonna tonight once I finish this assignment, I'm going to finish getting all the grubs and do Grim Troop, and then I'm just gonna go into Black Egg. I'll save all the other shit for after I beat the game one time.
All right.
Because like I know there's a different ending on whether I get the other half of the white fragment or not, but I want to see both. So I think first time I'm just gonna do it regularly with half, and then I'll try to figure out where I get the other half after.
Epic Steve, when they make Tetris, when Tetris gets when Tetris.
Well, fine. It's somewhere. I know it's somewhere in Halloween, whatever. So.
What's this guy? Epic Steve. When Tetris drops the team format, B, if you give me enough time, B, without you, don't go get no grandmasters to join your squad. But if you get average people and I get average people, you's not beating my team. My man said, "We gonna get our crew. We gonna jump you, and we ain't gonna choke." There was no.
Will a team format for Tetris be enough to make you temporarily come back from retirement, or no?
No, you know what I'm planning on doing when they make this team, because I think this game's going esports. I'm trying to teach an entire Tetris division for EMP. I want someone to take after me. If you guys listen, let me explain something to you. Nothing is going to take me out of retirement, and I literally explained this to Phil why nothing's going to take me out of retirement, and I'll make it very simple so people can understand. I'll keep it 100 billion. What I'm trying to do in gaming. We're gonna go into a not raw, full screen. What I'm trying to do in gaming for Africa is very important. That the legacy that I left behind for the work I have done in the 17 years, or actually it's really 15, it's just 2 years after, wait, 16, 17, actually now it's 3 years, shit, is very important for the next generation to be able to look up and see that there is a black person, black in skin color, right, that identifies himself as being black or African, so that they can be inspired to want to grow up and go represent Africans in esports worldwide. Why? Because I'm tired of our people looking towards Asians, Arabs, and whites for inspiration in this particular field, or in terms of esports. Our children shouldn't have to look towards another ethnic group. Now, some people will argue, but Triforce, Chinese people look up to black athletes in basketball, and etc., etc. The reason why this is not a one-on-one equivalent exchange is because Chinese people as an ethnic group in this world are not oppressed like African people are. So a white kid looking up to a black rapper or a black athlete or a black entertainer, there's nothing wrong with that. Because at the end of the day, the black rapper, the black athlete, the black entertainer is being paid by his ethnic group. So it's like, hey, but look at all the guys in the NFL. You know how much millions of dollars they make? And who's paying them? It's not a black person paying them. That's for sure. Who's paying them? These things are owned by other ethnic groups. And what ends up happening here is that it makes our people feel like the only way they're going to be able to make it is if they go underneath someone other's ethnic group for validation, certification, and acceptance. So for all the young African kids out there who's wondering, oh man, I want to be a great gamer one day. There's nothing wrong with them saying, I want to be like Tokido, because Tokido is the best in Street Fighter. Or right now, currently speaking. I want to be Sonic Fox, because Sonic Fox is overall the best fighting game player on the planet as we speak. Or, which is black, right? Or I want to be that guy that won Evo Japan for Tekken. It's an Arab guy, right? I don't know which nationality he takes up in Arab, but it's an Arab dude, right? I want to be him. Anyone, white people, Asian people, Arab people, they can choose who they want. Even black people can choose who they want. However, we need our own persona to look up to in esports that is for the people. What in boxing we had Ali. Ali wasn't the greatest because of his record. Ali lost. But why? If anyone knows anything about boxing, look at Mayweather. So T.I. made a song called Fuck Nigga, and he calls Mayweather a fuck nigga, right? And when Mayweather won his 49-0, and just to let you guys know, Mayweather is technically 50-0. Well, not technically, officially, because he beat the Japanese guy. In Japan, they consider that an actual match. So he officially has more wins as a boxer than anyone else without a defeat, right? And Mayweather said, I'm better than Ali. And every boxing fan, even Mayweather fans, was like, chill. Come on, Mayweather, you can't say that. And Mayweather goes, look at my record. But the record isn't the issue. What makes Ali the greatest in boxing, especially for African people, was his fight outside of the ring. The empowerment of black people is the fight he's fighting for. I say this to a lot of people. At the end of the day, a lot of people is going to see just how great LeBron James is. LeBron James keeps telling people, I don't care. Basketball is not my life. I love the game, but this game is a job for me to help my people. When LeBron James is retired and he has 6 rings, yeah, he didn't get 6 rings like Michael Jordan and 6 for 6 or whatever. But if you look at what LeBron James is doing for black people, publicly, helping us, versus what Michael Jordan does, I take LeBron James over Michael Jordan. Oh, that's mad fucked up, Triforce. Yeah, Michael Jordan's better stat-wise, I guess, if you want to even go there in stats. And it's really just the championship stats. Because if you look at the statistics, like in terms of rebounds, points, assists, steals, LeBron beats him in all of those, statistically speaking. If you're talking about champions, yeah, then Michael Jordan is better than him in terms of winning champions. But then so is Wilt Chamberlain. No, well, not Wilt Chamberlain. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar has just as many championships as him. Shit, Bill Russell has more championships than Michael Jordan. So if you want to sit there and say champions, then Jordan isn't the GOAT. He isn't. Like, I understand he's the persona of the mysticalness with Michael Jordan. He's the great because of the airness and the float and the commercializing, and we get it. We get it. It's great. We get it. But in terms of the people, Michael Jordan doesn't represent us as the people. Colin Kaepernick represents us as the people. Muhammad Ali represents us as the people. Usain Bolt represents us as the people. Jesse Owen represents us as the people. And there's a plethora of different athletes that fought in the sport and out of the sport. They're playing the sport to help their people. They're not playing the sport because it's, well, obviously they're playing the sport to make money, obviously. They have their other reasons, but they're doing it to help their people. And for me, I need for our people, to be able to say, a new kid get into esports in Africa or Jamaica or America, and when he sees the inequality happening to our people, how come we don't get this sponsorship? How come we don't have this? How come it's so much harder? We get, the only way for us to ever make it is if we become great at a game like Sonic Fox, but nothing's ever given to us, and blah blah blah. There are people who are nowhere on Sonic Fox greatness that have better opportunities than Sonic Fox, make more money than Sonic Fox, which is crazy. But Sonic Fox is like the best fighting game player in the world right now. So why? And that's because at the end of the day, there is no infrastructure built for Sonic Fox. No one's going, there is no black community of rich people going to come and say, hey, we like you, you're black, you represent us, we want you to push our ethnic movement. If a Jewish guy becomes godlike at a game, best believe he's instantaneously rich. Instantaneously. The Jewish people are not going to wait for him. They will find him. He wins a championship. Then he wins a championship. He has no sponsor, no nothing. Some random Jewish kid, he has a yarmulke on his head. He wins Evo. We're going to put him in the worst esports community, the fighting game community. He wins Evo for... What's the word? Birth by day night. Some shit like that. As he's lifting up his trophy, his phone's ringing. He looks at his phone. This shit says, Adam Goldstein is on the 4. Hey kid, I saw you winning. Great job representing Israel. We're going to help you. Some people are like, oh, Triforce, why are you shitting on them? I'm actually not shitting on them. I'm actually giving them props that they see their people and they go and they help their people. That's admirable. A Chinese guy win? What? That Chinese guy can't even claim he's Chinese American. Were you stupid? Chinese guys come here. Whoa, 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 whoa. Who's managing you? Nobody. Ah, that's what I'm talking about. Represent the great dragon or the sleeping dragon or whatever the fuck it is. Same thing for Japan. Same thing for everybody else. The only people that don't do this is African people. We have a champion at Rise. Why isn't Ryan Hart sponsored by some basketball player or some black company like Oprah or P. Diddy or somebody? Sanford Kelly, Dominion, Sonic Fox. Only one guy is actually sponsored by a company. Don't want to say his name. I don't put it out there because they wanted people to know, I guess they would have made it public. But a big company in hip-hop or associated to hip-hop manages the player. But then again, here's my point. That's not even publicly known. I know it because I went to a meeting with them and they told me, and I was like, what? I didn't even know. The hell? Right? Problem X. Perfect Legend. There's so many black champions that we have. None of them are really out there. And the few that are out there, rare. And they're backed by white companies. It's a damn shame. As black people, we don't even help our own. It's crazy. We're going to start to help Shaquille O'Neal. Which other black? Rick Fox. Well, I guess you could say Rick Fox is helping, what's this guy's name? Sonic Fox. So that kind of makes sense. So Rick Fox is excluded. But there are a lot of black athletes that have money investing in an esports team. But if it's not NBA 2K something, it's really not really sponsoring anybody. Big corporations out there. And they spend $10,000 on a bottle of Moet when they, or whatever the newest liquor or alcohol that you're drinking at one of these parties. They just burn bottles like it's nothing at these parties. A glass of whatever they're drinking is more than your rent for the year. But they can't say, I'll drop that on that player. Then their answer is, I didn't know. I didn't know. How you mean? What you mean you didn't know? Did you even look? Then when they come into esports, these big black guys are investing in Asian teams or teams that are majority Asian or majority white. As a black man, wouldn't you just ask yourself, where's the black players? Just ask. So you can find out. And if someone tells you there is none, well, I don't mind sponsoring this team, but I need some people that look like me on the team. It's my money. Because a Chinese man would say the same. You think a Chinese man's gonna buy an all-black team and don't ask the question, where's a Chinese guy? Get the fuck out of here. Chinese guy gonna look at him like, what? Like, the fuck out of here. Same thing for a white person. A white person not gonna invest in an all-black team and there'll be no one that looks like them representing. This has nothing to do with racism. This is just taking up ethnic pride, ethnic interests. Everyone does it, except us. So for me, the persona I have built as a player, the Guinness records that I have, the Hall of Fame induction that I got, the esports ambassador that I represent for Ghana and Africa, all of this is not for me. It's for the next generation. So they can say, I want to be like Triforce. So I can tell them like Vegeta told Kaba, don't be like me. Be greater than me. Do what I am not going to be able to do in this generation. Liberate our people from economic oppression. That is for the next generation. So in order for me to do that, I have to build a persona and a foundation so these kids can look up to, be inspired, be empowered, and they become greater than I am. And then they can lead the next generation, and then that next generation leads the next generation. That's what matters. That's what I'm working on. So when people say, Triforce, go play this, fuck those other champions. Those other champions do nothing for my people. I don't have to answer to them. I don't need them to validate me as a champion. Eat a dick. I don't give a fuck about you, just like you don't give a fuck about me. I don't need to validate shit. I am a game master, a grandmaster, a Hall of Famer, a Guinness World Record. I've earned it. I put 30 plus years in gaming, 15 years playing competitively, and then 18 years as a professional executive. I ain't gotta prove shit. I don't give a fuck who they think is better than me. That's nice. Congratulations. My job is for my people. Wakanda forever.